He's here. Yo, what up, YouTube channel? How's it going, everybody? It's Tuesday. Hope you guys had a great MLK day. Hope you guys had a great weekend. My weekend was really good. We had a birthday party for my daughter who turned 4 like last week. So she had her actual birthday party. So that was fun. No headaches. Everything went smooth. And on Monday, got to watch my Buffalo Bills win a playoff game. Probably the last game we win of the season because our defense is hurt like crazy. But we'll see what happens. Maybe Buffalo pulls out a miracle, finally gets the monkey off our back, and win it all, or at least win the next game, and then go to the championship game where we get crushed by the Ravens. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, no, you guys aren't getting past the Ravens. Let's be honest. But anyway. Hobbs, how was your weekend?
My weekend was cold, man. Very, very cold. It's been negative. It's -2 out today in Kansas. That's the low. I think the high is like 11. The kids are home because it's just too cold for the kids to go back and forth to school on the buses and whatnot. So Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we just kind of hung out. I cooked some chicken. We love birds around here. Birds and fish. Just put it in the microwave.
Oh, do you like dirty birds?
Yeah,
is the bird the word?
I'm live. Can you go? I don't want to argue with you.
No, that's okay.
Sorry, my child wants to have a full-blown conversation with me. I'm like, dude, just do what I asked you to do.
Oh really my God. Hustle for life. Where do you live?
Yeah, -30 is crazy. That's
Canada.
Absolutely yeah. That's how it was at a lot of these football games. I honestly, like, the football games were, they started off as like blowouts and they pretty much ended like blowouts. So I wasn't really interested in football this weekend. So I just spent Saturday literally like back testing and going through the charts, and pretty boring life, but at the same time necessary. I got a pretty clear view on some of my red days last week. I had a lot of mistakes, and then a lot of relapses. I would say, like, relapses in regards to not following my plan, things that I wanted to clean up in my procedure of how I trade. So I tried to focus on a lot of that while trading crypto, Bitcoin, Link, Solana, ETH. I put a lot of trades in the chat this weekend. So yeah, I just focused on the craft this weekend, man. I didn't really worry about anything other than that, just because the one game that I wanted to watch was the Miami-Kansas City game, and they wanted me to watch it on Peacock, and I was just like, I'm not getting it.
Hey, I gave you the link. You could have watched it the gutter way, but you didn't want to do all that, so.
Yeah, but you know what? I was going to, but I kind of forgot because I started watching American Greed, and while I was watching American Greed, they showed the score in the top right corner of the Kansas City game. It just started, Kansas City just started taking over. I was just like, all right, I ain't missing nothing. So I didn't want to, I don't know. American Greed sounded more interesting to me than that. And then the Buffalo Bill game, I think I caught like the first and second quarter. After I saw Josh Allen look like Mike Vick out there against Pittsburgh, I was like, all right, I'm done with this game. And then you and I were talking during the Buccaneer game, and that was a blowout too. So I was like, okay, can we get some real football? Because these games haven't been really competitive, other than the Detroit game. Which I still didn't watch.
The Detroit game was good. I watched that one. That was a good one. That was close.
Yeah, the Detroit game looked like it was pretty close. I was like, oh, okay. The one game that I didn't watch was actually pretty close, but I just wasn't interested. Detroit and the Rams, it just didn't even sound interesting to me. It's like,
I thought it was interesting. The storyline was
pretty dope. I thought the storyline was pretty dope. I guess historically, those aren't two teams that I'd be like, oh yeah, the Lions and the Rams are gonna play. But I guess now
that was the first game they
trade.
Yeah, that was the first game they won in like 30 years or something like that. They should have pictured Madden back when they won the Super Bowl. Right.
Yeah. Madden has been crazy. I know Eminem and like all the Detroit people came to the game, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Big Sean was there. A whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's get into this market. I'll throw you got to go. You don't got to go nowhere. Shoot, you not going
My
nowhere. It's
kids are
cold
home.
outside.
They cooking breakfast right now. It's cold outside. They ain't going nowhere.
All right, I'll throw my ES plan up at the moment. ES plan's pretty simple. We got actually rejected at this 4803 level, 4803.25, which is kind of the 50% area of
Doesn't
the
that
range that
level
we've been
sound
in.
familiar, right?
Yeah, this is the 50% range that we've been in. So we're in a range right now. So I've been more inclined to want to short the highs and long the lows. But this was that triple top we had for Monday, Tuesday, and then overnight, basically Wednesday morning. And then we got at it again on Thursday, which bounced the market. And, the market's been kind of playing around with this level. So again, we retested, we failed. But right now, I'm looking to be bullish as long as we're above this 15-minute demand zone right here. We bounced at it in the morning. Looks like we could be coming down to retest it. And then there's a 30-minute as well, and then another 30-minute where as long as we're kind of above all this, I don't want to be bearish, but once we break this, then I think the bearishness will really be coming in. I know it's a lot of points, so I'm kind of going to be a little bit patient on the day, but this December 20th low has acted as support and resistance. So I think that's kind of where we'll kind of gravitate to if we can break through all this. And then to the upside, I want to, if I'm going to short the market as we're moving up, then I'm looking for this 1 hour to hold because that's where we ended up finding sellers on, what was this, Friday? We had a nice little sell off. But like I said, we're pretty much a balanced range. The only other thing that I wanted to add real fast is I was looking at the tape, and the tape has some interesting stuff going on right now. So if you look at ES, the tape has 4790. There's 641 orders sitting there. And they've been sitting here for, at least from what I can see, the past, I don't know, like 30-ish minutes, 35-ish minutes. So that's going to be interesting to see if this gets filled, what happens, because this is longer term liquidity, so it should get filled. It hasn't really been moving. And then below that, there's another 442 orders sitting at 4785. So again, another area where this liquidity has been sitting here. So I think that these two areas, if they get tested, I definitely want to see what happens, just because this is an unusual amount of liquidity. I mean, that's 1,000 orders sitting between the two areas. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but it makes me a little bit more bullish to see these orders down here trying to act as some support for price. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my pre-market plan on ES. Trying to keep it simple today.
No doubt. For me, my pre-market plan for NQ, it's a little different. I got pretty much the same areas. Let me actually change these colors on the text. Looks like it's kind of hard to see on well, actually this one's okay. You know what, screw it, doesn't matter. I'm gonna read it to you anyway. All right, so for ES, I got that same range. However, I'm looking at the range was up here, right? Like all of this wickiness that we had up in this area, NQ was kind of ranging, and then we kind of broke out of this range. We tried to on Thursday, January 11th, and then we failed. Buyers bought it back up, and now we're attempting to break out of this range again. So I'm looking for failure here at this previous day low, which is basically what we got. So macro, we sold off aggressively while the VIX also created demand in the overnight session. As price recovers and stocks fill the gaps, because if we drop like this in futures, you can bet your bottom dollar stocks have a huge gap in price. And right now they're probably filling this gap, and that's what this is about right here, right? So as stocks go to fill their gaps created, we can look to short the market at the key levels or long if price pushes above the swing highs. I believe that swing high on ES is like 48.12, 48.13, something like that. It sits about right here. And then above that, I think it's like 48.32 or something like that. But on NQ, the swing high currently that we got to get over for me to be bullish on this market is above 977, 16,977. And for me to be extremely bullish, I'm looking at above 17,055. Until then, I'm just sticking to what the trend has provided me, right? Currently, the trend is down, right? This current trend that we broke down last night into, we come down to about the 1 hour, right? You can see that we started a new downtrend. We changed character here at 16,891.50. And now we're coming back up to retest this 4-hour supply zone. So for me, it's again, just like Justin, it's quite simple, except I think Justin's trying to be bearish a little lower. I'm looking to be bearish on this pullback, right? So if we can pull back, which we didn't pull all the way back into it, but I was looking for us to pull back into this 4-hour supply zone, aka the previous day low at 16,937.50 through 16,979.25. We can look to target this 30-minute demand zone that was created, I believe, overnight. No, this one was actually created Thursday. So looking to target this demand zone down here at 16,819 through 16,772, and look to take the market long, targeting this 4-hour supply. So if we can take the market long off this 30-minute demand, cool. But we can actually short down to this 30-minute demand. Now, I am expecting price to be a little bit more bearish on the day. If we don't stay in this consolidation, my bet is on the bears. But again, I don't have a bias. I just have a plan. So if price continues to fall down, then I'm looking at this daily change of character, kind of as like Justin has that level where he's like, hey, if we break below this, that's kind of what this level is for me. This is the daily change of character. Also, it's the all-time high without the adjustment on at 16,760.25. But before we break officially, there's a demand zone right here, right? So I'm looking to play longs at this 2-hour demand. Look for buyers to defend at 16,723.75 through 16,657, and we can look to long the market targeting this change of character / all-time high, right? The last place I'm looking to be bearish is right here. This 4-hour, this is basically the swing high, right? This 4-hour supply zone was created back on Thursday. Again, a lot of things happened on Thursday that I'm looking at this. But in the overnight session on Thursday, we created this swing high. This is where all of this selling is kind of originating. It's originating from way up here, but for the last month or so, the selling is originating from this area. So therefore, if buyers bring their sales back up here instead of 17,000s, I'm gonna be looking to short weak rallies into 16,992 through roughly about 17,057. Now, as I start to make my pre-market plan, I always take a look at the VIX, the dollar, and the US 10-year. Well, what I'm seeing out of the VIX is, if you guys haven't yet, definitely go check out the YouTube video. I did a top-down market analysis. I told you guys that I would start posting those videos in the Discord first, and then later on I'll post them on YouTube. So I posted them last night. If you haven't, that video should apply for this entire week. If you haven't taken a look at the top-down market analysis, I strongly suggest you stop what you're doing and go look at it, because I broke down not only my outlook on the monthly, weekly, daily, and the 4-hour of ES and NQ, but I also break down my outlook on the VIX and then how I'm viewing the entire stock market, right? So if you like our analysis here, that's free for you guys over on YouTube, all right? So on the VIX, however, the 3-hour demand was created last night. So we created this 3-hour demand right here. And in my top-down analysis, I literally said, I'm looking for VIX to make an aggressive move to the upside. And I literally said, if we get above 1510, I expect this market to push into 50 or dump, right? The next thing I'm looking for is the VIX just broke this high, right? Therefore, it would make sense for us to try to come back down and retest this low. If we come back down this morning down to about 14.5, 14.3, somewhere around there, then you can expect a bullish open, right? While the VIX is trying to push or bounce off this demand. It looks like, however, the VIX is holding a low at 14.69 right now. If that's the case, then you could expect VIX to get a little bit more bullish, right? In turn, pushing price up and pushing the VIX up and trying to break over 15.115, and then make that push into 15.50. If that happens, then again, we're looking more to be bearish on the market today, right? If we take a look, oh, sorry, guys, I wasn't even sharing my VIX. I apologize. I don't think Justin was paying attention to my screen at all either.
Oh, no. I wasn't. My bad.
Yeah, so if we get this push, I apologize, guys. The VIX here, right? This 3-hour demand zone right here is what I was talking about. And again, we're holding this structure here at 1470. So if we get this push above 1470 and we hold 1470, then I'm gonna be looking for a bearish open. But based off the orders that I'm seeing on ES, the orders that I'm seeing on NQ, think it's a strong possibility that we could get that bullish open. So again, I'm not looking to be bearish or bullish at open. I'm just going to watch price action for a little bit. But last but not least, let's take a look at the overall stock market. Let me share that tab here. Okay. So if we look just to kind of support the bearish or bullish thesis, well, two things have happened. NVIDIA chips, basically China just said, hey, we don't care about the US ban. We're buying chips anyway. All right. So what is that going to do to the stock market? Well, people start selling out of Apple, right? Because Apple don't sell chips, and they start buying the chip makers, right? If you look over at NVIDIA, if you look at AMD, they're probably having a great pre-market rally, right? Not to mention NVIDIA and Microsoft both got price target increases toward the end of the year. Microsoft is looking at price targets of 421. NVIDIA is looking at price targets in the 600s, right? Therefore, people are going to try to front run these price targets. They're going to take it up as high as they can until they meet selling pressure, and then they're going to continue to buy on the pullbacks. So what are you getting right here on NVIDIA? You get a nice push back into 550. We're staying in this range after setting an all-time high last week multiple times, but the latest one is at 553. Microsoft in pre-market is already above its all-time high at 390.74. Again, searching for that price target. I expect it to push into the 400 levels. But as long as this big dog, Apple, is not agreeing with price action, it always gives me pause to calls, right? As long as Apple is selling down, I still get worried about the rest of the stock market. It's not to say that these three can't push, but these three can't push, right? Like they can't. Like Apple is the big dog for now until these are at 2 or 3 trillion. I actually believe Microsoft might be market cap wise stronger than Apple, but I think market share wise, Apple still holds the most in the ETF. So again, tomato. But again, I'm watching Apple more so than I'm watching the rest of these. I just make sure I keep my eye on them. Apple is, however, pulling into 4-hour demand. There is no supply on Microsoft because it's breaking above all-time high. It's literally in price discovery mode. However, if you look at NVIDIA pushing into supply at the 1-hour supply zone, very important, key to note, right? Google's kind of in no man's land, but there is a demand and supply zone, so it's in range, right? And then you got Amazon, again, also in range between supply and demand. Tesla, just ignore it because Elon he's literally dumping Tesla on purpose, it feels like, with some of the rhetoric he posts on X. So, but other than that, that's just kind of how I'm viewing, it's kind of how I'm viewing the market today. So, yeah, I'm just going to be very patient, and you should be able to see myself and Justin. We decided that we're going to start kind of showing our entries and exits on screen. So I'm playing micros today. So this is my micro chart over here. I got ES on the right. You can see I'm loaded up with 4 micros. And then NQ on the left, I'm loaded up with 2 micros. So just to kind of keep myself honest, like going to be practicing showing my entries and my exits on screen.
All about that.
You'll be able to see that as well. So
did you change your candle color on the outside to purple?
Yeah, I literally broke down this entire candle structure with you over the phone.
No. I'm just talking about the outside wicks. I just saw that, recognized it. I was like, oh, he changed that to purple.
Yeah, I told you. And I remember we played the guessing game. I was like, can you guess where I got the color pattern from?
Yeah, you never told me. I guessed Riley Coleman.
Oh, I didn't. I got it from. I forgot we went and started talking about something else. Doyle Exchange.
Oh, Doyle. Okay. I knew Doyle's, it was one of them.
If you look at his candlesticks, they're exactly the same. That's where I got it from.
They got the purple on the outside?
Mm-hmm. He's got the light blue and then the purple on the outside, which I thought was interesting. I was like, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it's different.
I like to be different. You know, every 2 or 3 months, you'll see me switch up my office. You'll see me switch up my candles. I think this is the 3rd spot my desk has been in this 4-corner office right now. The only corner I haven't tried is the corner by the door.
Oh, he'll try that corner soon enough.
No, I don't think my wife will let that one. She'd be like, I can't even open the door.
But Hustle for Life says, good morning, fellas. Good morning, Hustle for Life. It's 30 degrees, negative 30 degrees in Rockford, Illinois, right outside of Chicago.
You in Rockford? I know that's it.
I was like, Rockford. I was like, I had never heard of that, but I wouldn't leave my house if it was negative 30. Like, I would be slam shut inside. I wouldn't be going nowhere. Let me see. Let me just make.
I haven't even went to the mailbox in like a week. Whatever y'all gotta send me, y'all better send it digitally. I ain't even going.
Yeah, it's
Manners.
it's
Good morning.
it's 64 degrees out here today and raining.
Yeah, it's bad. Kaja, what you mean manners? Or did you mean morning? I think you meant morning. But yeah, so in regards to the tape on NQ, let's see here. What time is it? Oh, we got 10 minutes. I haven't honestly, like, I've looked at the tape on NQ, but NQ just keeps showing me the exact same thing as far as the tape goes.
He said that's wind chill. Forget all that. Wind chill, wind chill. I'm not leaving the house. It's too cold.
No, wind chill is just it's worse than actual temperature. Wind chill just means the wind that's blowing is also making it feel even colder. So for the tape on NQ's been doing this weird thing since like the end of 2023 and definitely the start of 2024, where all it does is within like a 10 or 20 point range, it places 110 orders at the high, 110 orders at the low. I've literally been seeing this for like 2 months. I've been talking about this for 2 months. I don't know what it means, but all these orders do is they follow price all day long. Literally,
probably
this 112 orders, they follow it up. This 110, follow it up and follow it down. It's like, I know this isn't a human doing this. This is clearly a computer. This is what I mean when I say algorithmic trading. Like this is algos doing this. This is not computer. This is not humans doing this. They literally for the last 2 months have been doing this. So I don't know what to think. I think we're in an area where bears or bulls could take over. So at open, I'm just going to be patient, man. Just relax and, let the day come to me. It's first day back. I didn't take any trades over the week on Martin Luther King Day. That range was not for me. Not to mention, I didn't want to even get out of bed. I took some paper trades, but other than that, like I was cool. I also had to block Patrick, man. I had to block him and then like put disinterested on YouTube. He's so toxic. Like I just couldn't, man. I was just like, this dude posted. This is what I don't know if you saw. I sent you a picture this morning. He posted on his YouTube channel. Just made 2,300 or 3,300 on live on YouTube. I'm the best damn day trader on YouTube. Everybody else can fuck off and suck it. I was like, bro, what are we in the WWE? Or are we like actually trying to teach people how to trade? Like it's like that unnecessary energy. It rubbed me the wrong way. And I was just like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I blocked him and I just went and like put disinterested on his YouTube channel. Like I no longer even want to hear about his content, bro. Like it's so toxic to me. Good morning, Valdez. How you doing, man?
Yeah,
I'm just talking about my YouTube things.
That's interesting. Oh, he's still live right now. Day trading 3 million in funding.
So this was yesterday.
Oh,
yeah. It's just a toxic. It's a very toxic environment, at least for me. Maybe other people find it very entertaining. I know a lot of people like really enjoy that, but nah, man, I'm not really interested in. Oh, you watched it? Let's go, Valdez. I'm glad you watched it, man. Glad you watched it. I hope you liked it. I'm gonna be doing it every week. I'm gonna add Bitcoin and Ethereum for my crypto enthusiasts as well. So, you guys the Discord will get it first. I think they'll get it on Sunday. You guys will get it like Sunday night. So I usually do it at like 12 or something like that. The Discord will get it early, and then you guys will get it Sunday night or something. So just be on the lookout for it. It's not a guarantee it'll work out, but again, it gives you at least a perspective. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing all the work for you.
Oh, this is looking good to go back to the upside.
Yeah, I thought there was a chance for a bullish open for sure.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing out the market right now. That's a triple bottom rate in this area too, as well.
I just don't like Apple. Apple is selling off right now, my friend.
Yeah, but Microsoft is not. Microsoft is pumping. So is
Microsoft has lost its mind. Like it's headed for that 400 level, but Microsoft
I think that chip news is what's helping it out.
But chip news doesn't have anything to do with Microsoft. It's Nvidia and AMD.
Yeah, but Microsoft also makes chips, and the fact that they said that they were going to buy chips no matter what should help Microsoft out as well. Their chip making just isn't as good, to be honest with you. Nobody likes their chips. I don't know why it keeps sending me text messages, but it keeps scrolling up. Well, at least he only traded 3 contracts and not 15. Although I'm sure he was saying, "Damn, if I was in 15, then I'd have killed it."
I don't care. I just think his rhetoric is toxic. It has nothing to do with the money he made, the size he made. I just think his entire rhetoric is toxic, in my opinion. I think it's too focused on the money. And I'm just, again, I don't care if anybody else watches it. If you like it, you love it. It's just not for me. I can't do it. I was like, dude, it's all about the money, you know, and it's feel like, you know, that's a little misleading for the new trader. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like he's been doing this for 7 or 8 years, right? And I think people fail to realize that he had to take a lot of losses to make it to the level where he can trade confidently, right? You had to put a lot of chances on the table to get to the point where you can trade confidently like that. And I think when you turn it into a circus, so to speak, then it can be a little bit misleading. He did 68 contracts yesterday. Jesus. On the ML. I mean, again, to me, it's not even about the number of contracts. It's not about the amount of money. It's not the size does matter, right? Like, but at the same time, it's the rhetoric that he spews. It's I'm the best damn day trader. Everybody can go F themselves. It's like, dude, you can be a good trader. I don't know who needs to hear this as an influencer, but as an adult, as a mature adult, you know, you can be a mentor without being a dick, right? Like, I don't know why people think that they're like one and the same. It's like day trading mentor, I have to be a dick. It's like I'm a day trader, plus I'm a mentor to some, right? But I'm not a dick. Like, I'm respectful. I got a potty mouth. I'll give you that, right? But I'm very respectful. I'll listen to anybody as long as you come with respect. I just feel like in YouTube land, some of these actors, influencers, they just come off with this insane, like, insatiable want to be a dick. Like, I just don't get it. I genuinely don't understand it. So that's why I just got to cut the toxicity out of my life. Yes. Reckless, arrogant, and wait, what? Oh, you mean they act like they're better than you? Yes. That's how they come off. Like, it's just like, man, like, I mean, if I share information, he's saying 68 contracts traded. He didn't put 68 cons on it once.
Yeah, he probably did 15. Yeah. He probably took like 3 trades, like 15.
Yeah, he might have traded.
No, they're giving him free. Yes, they're giving him free accounts, and I personally, I mean, this is completely conspiracy theory, but I think they're giving Nutty free accounts too. To be completely honest with you,
even if they're not, like, just think about it. Like, I have an affiliate code right here. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I'll show you via email. Maybe 15 people use my affiliate code, right? And my affiliate link is up to like $100 in returns. I can't take it out until it's 500 minimum, but just think about that for a second. We have less than 1,000 subs, and my affiliate links has 15 people that used it, and every time they reset, I get another check, right? And I'm at $100. Patrick has 218,000 subscribers.
And 2,000 people watching his live streams.
Damn near every single Propfirm. And he live streams, and like, just think about his affiliate money, right? Just the affiliate money from all the people he's teaching to put on 16 contracts. I'm just saying, like, when you get in that kind of money, right? He showed you he makes 80K a year just from YouTube. That's not counting the sponsorships. That's not counting, you know, the amount of stress that is relieved when you don't have to trade and worry about money or profit, it's an astronomical difference. You can trade so much more freely when you have 13 different sources of income. And I will commend him on that. He is very transparent with that to tell you, hey, I make a lot of money elsewhere. I don't need to trade well, basically. Like, I'm not really a trader, right? Like, I'm just showing you how to do it on YouTube. So I just think new traders just need to be very, very careful. Mm-hmm. They need to be very, very careful.
Yeah. All right. There was a lot of selling that just did not get rewarded. Yeah, it wasn't a bad long.
Oh, and you didn't tell us, Pop? That's what he said. Every time I get low, he'd be like, you didn't tell me how? I was like, I didn't know I was supposed to. Like, man, you ain't let me know, dog. All right, man.
Yeah, I just want to see some more development out of this market because I think we're still. Yeah, I still think we're coming down to that 47.90 level. But here it goes again. There's a lot of selling again. A lot. Like a lot. Jesus Christ. Look at how big this bubble is. Oh my God. That was a big bubble. X. That's not a good place to start. No. I watched him blow 4 or 5 accounts on Monday. Damn.
And you don't even care.
Feel like he be that booger sugar in the morning. Yeah. A lot of people
traded on Martin Luther King Day, and I'm not knocking him. I just look at it like, I just feel like that's a very, very toxic thing to teach a new trader. Like, if you're a new trader coming into the market, you're not learning anything but how to gamble on Patrick's channel, in my opinion. Right? I don't think he focuses on the education. He focuses on the entertainment. All that yelling and screaming, that's not trading, man. They would kick you out of a trading office if you were trading in real life.
It's a show. Problem is that he also does sell trading education.
Yes, that's the problem that I have, right? Is the fact that he hides behind the idea that you shouldn't listen to me because I'm just an entertainer, but also I sell trading education. It's like, huh? Like, wait a minute. You're not a trader. You're not an educator, but you're selling education. But also buy my course. I don't know. It's just weird. It's very strange rhetoric to me. And I just don't want any part of it anymore. I don't want that toxicity in my life anymore. And, the best thing I can do is just turn it off. I do have that power. So I just made that decision this weekend. I said, I got to turn this off. This is just not for me. Not at all.
Well, this is an interesting open.
Yeah.
It's high volume open, though. I do like that. We got a lot of volume. It's just the question. It looks like we tried to break out of that 48.03 level and got slapped right back down. So we'll see. I still like longs because we're above that 47.90 level. So that's kind of what I'm watching right now. It's just I want to see what happens at 47.90 because this would also be that same kind of that setup that we took the other last week where we basically triple bottomed down here at this same level. And then we finally broke it, and then we were able to reclaim it, and we picked up enough buyers, and we stopped out enough buyers to go up higher, and that's kind of what I'm looking at. That's kind of my only idea right now.
Yeah, we're just not at a key level for me. If we get to 48.10 through 48.14, I'd be interested, or come all the way back down to 47.86. Other than that, I'm not touching this market.
Yeah, I'll try along if we break below 47.90 and come back and break back above it. That's the only way.
Like 47.86. That's the 30-minute demand. Right now, I just feel like we're in between zones, and when we're in between zones, I'm just gonna sit on my hands and see which side is the winner here.
Oh, Okay. Apple is not doing anything. Microsoft tried to sell off and it's coming back up. It's facing,
Look at
and
Nvidia.
Nvidia is rocket shipping right now.
Look at Google.
And so is Google. Yeah, Google just ate up its dip pretty quickly. Funny enough.
Oh my god! Look at these stocks, man. Like these things are just these people just will not stop buying. Look at these stocks. Nvidia, Google. Apple's trying to get a little bid here. Let's see if Apple gets on board, we're gonna push. I mean, you already got the first sign of bullishness. Tesla's selling off, so anytime Tesla sells off, the market gets very bullish. NQ's already pushing out here, so.
Again, more selling, just not being rewarded right here.
I want to see if this, looking over here at NQ's getting the stronger push, but I want to see how NQ reacts to this previous day low here, because I feel like that's exactly that's the reason ES hasn't pushed up, because I want to see how NQ is going to react to this push, because the VIX is pumping right now. The VIX is into the 90s right now, so I'm more interested in the sell side position on NQ, as NQ has come into its level, whereas ES has not. You can see that kind of on my charts here. Like, I'm looking to trade NQ short more so than ES short, just because of the position that we're in. ES has already swept the highs, looking to come back down here. NQ looks like it's about to break or about to get rejected by this supply zone right here. So it's kind of what I'm looking to do. I just want to see this structure break here.
Yeah, we're definitely playing around at the value area.
Sweep of the high right there. We're getting this structure break here on NQ. Hey, look at NQ's tape right now.
We're definitely playing around with this area. Yeah, I would love to see us come down, sweep below 47.93 into that 47.90 level and see what we do there with all that liquidity. If this takes off, then I just got to be okay that it takes off without me. That's really the only thing I got going right now. And I don't think NQ is the same. No,
NQ's at structure. NQ's at structure where ES isn't. NQ's at a 4-hour supply, basically right at my pre-market plan and rejecting here. So I'm just waiting on this breakdown, and then I just want to retest, and then I'll come and take it short over here. ES is kind of doing the same thing. I just like to see this structure break here. Either here or here. Either one will do it for me. Just a nice closure below structure here.
Yeah.
If you don't get that closure, then I expect us to continue back to the upside. The VIX is at 93, agreeing with the downside move here. There goes ES down, trying to break below structure. NQ is breaking below 914 right there. Just want to see a nice closure below this level. There we go. We can get this closure below here.
They threw some ask at 97, which is interesting. A lot of selling going on right now. A ton of selling.
All right, there's a closure below structure right there on NQ. I just want to see price pull back into this area, then I'll look to short it. If it doesn't come back, then I'll just miss that train.
Yeah, there's a lot of strong selling going on right now on ES and probably NQ as well.
Yeah, NQ's way down below structure now. Definitely selling off here, down into the 900s on NQ.
Probably breaking below my level.
Nice closure right there below structure. Again, for me, if you want to take that first move, I feel like you just need to scalp it to structure, because I do expect a pullback. Here comes the pullback. Nice aggressive rip back to the upside. For NQ, I just want to see a nice push back into the previous day low or back into this 4-hour supply zone here. Jeez, this selling is...
There's a ton of selling going on right now.
Just give me one nice pullback.
Yeah, really aggressive selling going on right now at these lows. We're almost to that level of 47.90 that I was looking for on ES to see what we do there. So can be patient and wait and see what happens.
VIX is at 1505, pushing above that 15 level that we talked about this morning.
Yeah, this level's continued to hold this entire time. So let's see. Are we finally breaking through it? Is this triple top going to play out and we're going to come down and test lower prices? Stay tuned on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Another breaker structure here on NQ. I guess the only pullback we're going to get is that little baby pullback we just got. So I'd like to see it come back to life just a little bit before it flushes and goes away.
Well, it was making higher highs and higher lows.
Where?
NQ on the 5 minute.
Yeah, but it was in the intermediate trend. Yeah, but the overall trend is making lower highs and lower lows. This is the pullback from the swing high at 10:30 on Monday the 15th.
Yeah.
So until that high is broken, we're in a downtrend. And this is a bear flag as well. So hang on. All
right, we're about to fill this liquidity at 47.90. So see what happens. Nope, we smashed right through it. Did they let it go or did we fill it? Oh, it looks like they let it go. No, they filled it. They filled it. They filled it, but they continue to move. They continue to move down limit orders as we come down lower and lower. So see what happens. This is an area where I would be looking to long the market potentially, just because of that limit just got filled. So some new buyers just got factored into the market. They just threw a bid beneath us as well. They threw another 332 orders at 47.90. So see if buying starts to take over or if we continue to sell. Yep, they just spoofed it. Spoofers. There's a lot of buying going on down here, though. I will say that.
Just one aggressive 15-minute candle here.
Yeah, there's another attempt to go lower. It's failing.
VIX is at 15.10 here. Here, maybe we get our pullback now.
All right, I'm gonna try a long here. I'll show you guys my screen. I'm trying to long. I'm being a first buyer here. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm seeing some buying up out of here. So, no, you don't gotta take it with me. Yeah, I'm in first buyer territory, that's for sure. But I'm gonna try it.
I think this market is aggressively selling off right now. I think you guys are stepping in front of a small pullback.
Yep, I just got stopped out.
So it's a heavy train. The VIX, everything is pushing to the upside for pushing to the downside. So just be careful.
No, it's all good. I already got stopped out. It's all good. Yeah, that was
Microsoft,
very,
Nvidia,
very strong.
Google, and Apple are all selling down while the VIX is pumping.
Yeah, I think I should have let the market buy up a little bit, but it's all good. I'm not too worried about it.
Still watching NQ to pull back up. Like I just want to pull back into the 900s level, like maybe 912, 933. We got this breakdown. We got this closure below structure. I just want a nice, healthy pullback. That's it. And then I'll look to short the market. Just trying to be patient here. Looks like we're building some type of structure to potentially push back up, but let me check the 5 minute.
Yeah, it might have been a little early. I'm gonna watch this. I still like longs down here.
Kaja King says, "Do not long yet. Just my thinking."
Yeah, I was a little early. It's all good though.
I faded you, Justin.
Also, yeah, no, I saw. I'm also okay with that as well. I was a little early. It's all good.
Yeah, I just looking at the VIX. The VIX is getting really aggressive right now. I think as long as the VIX is getting aggressive like this, I would stay away from longs until we at least hit that 30-minute demand down there in the 80s. I think maybe 80, 77, 47, 80 through roughly about 47, 86 is where I'd be looking for longs. But for me, I'm looking for shorts. I'm just gonna wait for price to come back to a level. Right now, this is just the downtrend that I don't want any part of if we're not gonna pull back.
Down.
Here's a tap of 47.8650 on ES. I don't know what the tape looks like, but NQ's tape still look like we're just setting bear flag after bear flag to go lower and lower. And now VIX is at 15.15. So I just want to pull back into like 922, 921, somewhere like that on NQ. As much as I don't like trading NQ, I'm trading smaller size today, and I like the setup a little better. So looking for a push into 922, 935 area for a retest. On ES, I'm looking at 48.01 through roughly about 47.98 for the retest. To take the market.
I'm seeing a lack of selling down here, but not enough.
I think this is long. If you're going to take it long, I think this is the area. I just don't see the confirmation yet. Although that first candle at 9:47 your time on the 1 minute looks like a decent doji. I know you don't like just the candle structure.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the
sweep of this liquidity here.
I'm waiting on this 5 minute to close and see what kind of happens.
See, it looks like I'm 15 on the 5, yeah.
I'm also looking to see what the selling looks like as well. I don't think we just filled that. Yeah, no, they took it off. They pulled it. Okay.
VIX is getting real jumpy right now. Real jumpy. Like, this is the VIX right here. VIX is breaking above that level we talked about. It held that low down there at 1470. I mean, to the tick, it came back and retested that area, then got that push. So this is working out exactly as we discussed this morning. So now we're just waiting to see if we can get a pullback on some of these stocks. I'm not going to jump in front of this downtrend. Like, if the market wants to continue to sell down, be my guest. I'm also the only thing that I'm looking for is like where ES is a good area to potentially look for longs. This is in my pre-market plan here, but because the VIX is so aggressively selly, I don't want to jump in front of longs because I think they'll be short-lived. I think that they could create good scalping opportunities, but I don't want to jump in front of longs just yet. If NQ comes down to its 30-minute demand, I'll be more interested in taking longs on NQ because NQ is just a little bit less liquid. Look at this, VIX is at 1517 now. We talked about 1517 pushing into 1550. I think we're about to get an aggressive push on the VIX. Looking at the stock market, yeah, everything's coming down. Apple's breaking through its supply, Microsoft breaking through its supply. The only thing that's pushing is Nvidia and Google, but Microsoft is giving everything back right now. So I'm just not interested in longs just yet. VIX is at 1520 now, which tells me that price is aggressively trying to push through this demand zone here. There's a lot of selling going on right now based off of every indicator that I'm seeing right now. And for me, if I didn't get in up here at the point of origin or here, I don't want to touch this just yet. I'll just let it come down. And the next level that I'll be looking to trade, if we hold this demand, basically I'm looking for longs on ES, not NQ now, because I like the area where ES is at. Just like before, I was looking for shorts on NQ. The area where ES is looks much more like an area where I would look to long the market. So I would rather wait for a retest, but I think the higher quality setup for me is to look for the retest and take the short. I'm identifying the long, but I'm not going to take it. I just think it's higher quality to take the short right now. Just going to try to be very patient with my decisions today because I feel like yesterday last week I was allowing my emotions to drive my decisions a little more. This week I'm trying to be a little bit more in control in the driver's seat. No longs until a major high is taken. Until then, looking for sales. I am in Top Trader, just kicking it with you guys to develop how to take entries, have a system working with it. Okay, dope, man, dope. Yeah, I again, you have to remember that these long areas that we're looking at, Kanja, you have to zoom out, right? Like really like how you both go about taking entries, not over to thinking. Yeah, I think you have to remember though that when you're saying wait till a high is taken, you have to remember that these areas that we're looking to take longs, the high's already been taken, right? So these are 30-minute demand zones that are left over from the high being taken, right? Where the low is being retested. This 30-minute demand on a higher time frame is the low being retested. Like if I zoom out to the 30-minute, this is another low being retested on a higher time frame, right? So if I zoom out here, right, you can see that on the 30-minute, let me take these off. All right. If you zoom out, this high right here, if I take this down to the 15-minute or this low, right? This low right here that formed this 30-minute demand zone, right? This low right here that formed this 30-minute demand zone, this whole green box, took out this high, right? So therefore, we're still floating, right, from this low. So if you're looking to wait for price to take out a high, it's already happened, right? This was the low. It took out this high right here, right? So if you zoom to the right, where we are right now currently, this area that we created, this 30-minute demand zone, it is the low being retested. That's why we're looking for buys right here. So Justin's area is 100% correct. I just think he was a little early on his entry. So the area where he's looking for is spot on. He's just waiting. I just think waiting for that extra layer of confirmation is what he missed right there. So just so we're speaking the same language.
Yeah, I just tried another long. I like down here again, but again, I might be early, but we'll see. Trying a long here. I like the area. I like the buying. We got to break above where I entered, though. I entered a little bit late, but could have waited on that pullback, but it's all good. I'll share my
Check the
screen.
30-second chart on ES here. I think we're about to get that pullback as well. I'd more so rather just short it when we come back up there, though. All that liquidity they put at 4,800. That's exactly where my box is at. But I do like your long into 4,800.
I'm cool with taking profit
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. I was about to say, I was like, I think where you're trying to go is exactly where I'm trying to get short. So you can see NQ is pushing into that back into that retest zone, which is exactly where we want to be. I'm gonna look to trade ES though, just because I always feel more comfortable with ES. I feel like I don't get as much sporadic movement on ES as I do on NQ. So NQ's hitting that box and coming right back down. Jeez. I just don't know if buyers have enough to push us up to where I want to trade. Like I want to trade ES inside of this blue box. That's where I want to trade. And it makes sense looking at the tape, but I might just have to be a little patient. So but we appreciate the compliment, brother. Definitely appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, so right now I got my first profit target at 4,800, right where that
674 orders are sitting.
Yeah, right where that right where those orders are sitting. And then my last target will be up at like high of day. But I'll look to get out if it fails though. I'm not gonna look to overstay my welcome with that many orders sitting there. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot to get through before then. So, we'll see. Maybe this trade works out, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? We got to get above 47.90 though. That's really the big level to get above. That's the level we're kind of struggling at right now.
It's a really good close on that 5 minute. Is that what you that's what you entered on after you saw that 5 minute close?
Yeah,
that was a really nice close. I like that. Yeah, same nice closure on EQ as well.
Yeah, because at 47,800, that's a 12-point move right there. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's plenty. That's plenty for a long, plenty. And it's exactly what I want too. You can tag me in when you get up there. Yeah, you see NQ pushing to that same level, looking for that retest of previous day low at 935. This was also the exact same trade that happened in the overnight session last night. I believe I posted this in Discord. This exact same level was acting as a resistance. So I'd love to see us retest that level over there. Again, for my way of trading, I just like to trade NQ better. I mean, I like to trade ES more so than I like to trade NQ. So I really want to take the trade over here on ES. I don't want to take the trade on NQ. I'd rather take it over here. But ES is struggling to come up here. It's bear flagging, but I'm hoping it gets a nice push back up to the upside.
Yeah, if we break 94, we should go. If we break 94, we should go to 800, and then we'll.
Yeah, I like that 94 area because 93, 94 has about 400 or so sell orders. I think we can trap a bunch of buyers if we were to push back into 4,800. We could trap a bunch of late buyers up there, trying to basically looking to reverse the market, and we could get them trapped and put in a nice lower high, and I can take the market short. Thus far, pre-market plan is working out perfectly on NQ. The plan was to look to short the market at 941 through 9, basically previous day low in this 4-hour demand, and that basically worked out perfectly. Again, I just wanted a breakdown and a retest, and we're slowly getting that retest right now. So if you're looking to trade that, I think you could trade. I mean, if you're scalping the market, you can trade it to the downside. You could get out at this double bottom and look to trade it right back up to the upside. I'm just a little bit more patient with my entry. So there's the 47.90 tap, 47.94 tap on ES, which Justin was looking for price to get a little bit more bullish back to the upside.
And you can see the tape. Oh my god, this tape is just moving and grooving right now. It's getting volatile, which actually makes me feel even better about us potentially breaking this 47 4 or 4800 level. But I don't know, the tape, we might fail here too. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I just think you're counter trend trading, and I think that it's a good area to take the market long, though, right? Like I don't know. Check forex factor.
No, we don't have any. No, we don't have anything. We don't have anything.
If it's on there, if it's not on there, it's not on there. Because Justin, when Justin makes the streams, he goes through and checks everything. So if we have news, we'll know because the stream will be titled that.
All right, so I'm up 8 points. So my stop's at break even. Well, it's a little bit above break even.
You knew I was gonna say that, did you, Pop? I was like,
I'm targeting 4,800. No, you're good. I'm targeting 4,800. Stops there at break even. I can't lose on the trade. I'm up 10 points, right? Well, no, I'm not up 10 points. Sorry, I'm used to being up 10 points when I see $100. I'm not up 10 points. But
oh, that's right. Because you upped your size this week.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's like,
I'm over here. I'm like, yeah, I'm up 10 points right now. Wait, no, I'm
not yet. You're just making more money.
But I am up about 8 points. So my stop's
man.
at break even.
Should have listened to me the first time when I said 47.8650, Molo. Let's go, Jay. Let's go. Push in there.
We're almost there.
Tag me in, boss.
We're getting brutal right now. We're getting brutal.
Yeah, be careful right here. This is that first tap of this area of that low right there. Careful at 47.98. It looks like they're trying to come in early.
Come on, don't fail here. All right, they just put 700 orders.
Oh my god, they're reloading that area. Yeah.
They're reloading it. I wouldn't even say that. They're loading it up.
They're loading it more. They're adding more.
They're loading it up. I definitely think that area wants to be touched, so to speak.
Yeah, I really want to see that liquidity tapped up there.
Yeah, and the tape has been speeding up ever since we broke that last bit of liquidity. So I'm hoping that we get a quick, swift push up into it. I'll take those 2 contracts off, and that's I think it's like 11. That's like a 12-point move, and then I'll try to hold the rest. But it looks like we may pull back. So we're getting a pullback. So we'll see.
All right, I'm gonna try shorts up here. My order didn't go through. Okay, there we go. I got filled.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
I was like, man, my order didn't go through.
That's a pretty dirty. It's a pretty dirty rejection right there.
Just risking the highs for about 3 points. So we'll see what happens. I would really like a sweep of that liquidity at 4,800. So looking back on this, maybe should have went in with 1 micro, but I'm gonna go in full size since I got the late entry. And my target is a break of the lows back down to 47.72.
Yeah, I think this is gonna come get me. I think you're gonna get what you wanted. Damn, this is unfortunate.
Uh, Justin's in a long. I'm in a short in the opposite direction, but it's either a lower high being, a higher low being put in right here with the sweep of the highs, or this is the lower high being put in, and we're about to go down further. So we'll see if they sweep the highs and take me out, then I'll be looking to re-enter on the sweep of the highs. But it looks like they're trying to add a lot of liquidity to the downside to try to push it down here. So I didn't want to let it push down without me. So I took a little bit of a late entry. So we'll see what happens. TP Hit Boys 915. Good job, Eric.
Good job, Eric. What was that? A long, or did you short it? I don't know. I'm not.
I think he shorted, not taking it down to 915. Oh no, he was long, taking it up to 915.
Gotcha.
All right, let's see if they sweep me out here and see if I can get another entry. This might have been the shoulder, which I always buy the shoulder. For some reason, I don't know what's wrong with my medulla, but I'm hoping that this is just a break and retest and we just push back up.
Yeah, this could be. It's so funny when we get to this area. It's like, okay, are they putting in the lower high here, or is that a pullback to put in the higher low, or like?
Yeah. I think either way it goes, if we sweep that liquidity at 4,800, I would look to get back in. But if we don't sweep that liquidity, then we'll start to flush here.
Yeah, it looks like we might start to flush here. This looks like this was the higher low being put in, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm expecting a pretty big move if we come out of here. I'm looking for about 22 points here. Back down to 47.72, basically the end of this demand zone.
This is another failure, and this is the POC too that we're failing at. Yeah.
Your order got filled. Let's get it. Let's go. 30 points in the bag to start the week. Let's go. Good job, Eric. Got my order ready at 925 to go short. Let's go. Scratch the order. I didn't join the sellers on footprint on first attempt. Want to retest? Yeah, I'm looking at this like it is the retest, Eric. I don't know for sure, but I mean, you could never know for sure. But I like the area. It's what I planned for. I was hoping that we came up higher. Like I was hoping to get a short into 4,800 area, right? Like that's what I wanted, but we didn't get that. So I'm not gonna let this continue to flush with how aggressive the VIX is being right now. And those orders at 4,800 kind of was like the reason I took the trade. So, but it's the exact setup that I wanted to take. So hopefully we get this break of the lows right here. Just looking for that quick flush through 47.83 on ES. NQ's already started its descent as well. Want to see a nice push out of the VIX. That would make me feel good. So other than that, NVIDIA's just effing everything up. NVIDIA's just rocket shipping right now. So this could be a pullback to go higher. And if so, I think I'm going to deleverage here. Yeah, there we go. Only risking about 2 points now. So you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to go back to the highs. I'm going to go back to the highs. I like my entry. I'm going to stay back at the highs. I'll risk the 3 points for the highs.
This is a whole dogfight right now, right here.
Yeah, it's because of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is just effing this entire trade up for me so far.
Yeah, it's saving my behind. That's for sure.
Right?
Every time we come down to the low, every time we come back down to this low, it's just like it's holding it. So let's see.
I'm just not liking all the buying I'm seeing here. They might cut this trade a little early. Yeah, I'm gonna cut here. I'm gonna get out here and wait for this sweep of the highs. I think we're gonna come up and sweep the highs. I cut it for about a half a tick right there, loss. Just because I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the tape, it's a lot of buying coming in, and the VIX is starting to cool off a little bit. So I cut it for just a half a tick, and I want to see what we do at this level here. If we come back through, I really want to see that liquidity swept at 4,800. I think I just might have bought the shoulder a little early. And knowing that that's something that I always do in my trading, I didn't hesitate to cut that for a half a tick loss. So I want to see if we break through these highs at 47.97, get that push into 4,800, sweep that liquidity, and then I'll look to trade again short Or if we double top here, I'll also look to trade this short. Either way it go, I'm looking to get short here.
We're only about 3 points from my target. So, were you on NQ right there, or were you on ES?
Me?
Yeah.
ES.
Oh, okay.
I got in at 47.97. But I didn't like what I mean. I got in at 47.95. I cut at 47.95 and a quarter.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We pushed down for a hot second, and we popped right back up. And I've seen that picture too many times. And I was like, nope, getting out. What I want to, I'm gonna wait for what I want, which is that 4,800 sweep. I really want to see that sweep so you can get out, and then, but again, it just keeps looking super bearish here, which makes me want to short again.
Yeah, this is potentially a double top right here. Well, we'll see.
We get close enough, I'm just going to take it short. We get close enough because it's just a lack of buying up here at these highs. A lot of absorption going on at these highs. I really, really like this level. I just want to see the sellers step in. And I don't know if they're going to step in before we sweep the liquidity or after.
It looks like we're going for it.
Yeah, we're going.
Buying is picking up.
Yeah, buying is definitely picking up here.
Come on.
They are
3
trying.
more points, and then I'll let this runner do what it do.
Yeah, they are trying, but this looks like failure, man. Come on, buyers, get up there, get Justin in, and then tag me in.
You know you want to. You know you want to.
You came this far, you might as well go fill the liquidity. Like it's a magnet. Go get it.
Yeah, right.
Nice aggressive whip up there, and then like tag, get Justin his freaking points, and
there we go. There we go. One more little push. One more little push. Come on.
Yeah, they're going for this liquidity. There's no way they came up here not to stab this
Oh,
liquidity.
come on. Don't you do this to me.
Don't be a dick for a tick, sir.
I'm trying not to be.
Just tighten your stop. Tighten your take profit. That's all.
Oh, it's like literally right there.
Nice rejection right there. A lot of buying continuing to try to push and break this level. They are not trying to give up 4,800. I kind of want to just take it right at 4,800.
Come on, I need the one little tick right there. Y'all see it. I'm right there. It is. All right,
there it is.
All right,
order filled.
I got one more order left at 44.0475. So
48.04.
Or yeah, 48.0475. Sorry. Mm-hmm. So I got my first order filled, and now I'm just looking to run this up another 4 points, and see what happens. But I'm at break even, so I'm actually gonna move my stop up to this swing right here.
The buying is aggressive. You want to see people buying after you, and they're definitely trying to fill this order. But let's see if this guy at 4,800 decides to fight.
Let's go. Great makeup on that trade. Now I'm just seeing if we can test the high a day. If we can get a high a day test, that'll be dope.
I'm gonna take a light short here. See some selling coming in right here at these highs. It's kind of where I wanted to be short in the first place. Take it short, give it 4 points of risk here. If we continue buying, I'll absorb this loss. I'm okay with that.
Are you in small? Like you're just taking one micro on this?
No, it's full size. It's 4 micros.
Okay. Gotcha. Great trade. Thank you.
Good job.
Appreciate it. I don't know where you're at. Roll niche. What is up with this roll tide?
We said
get that out of here, Tales from Niche. Get that out of here.
There we go.
Do you know Tales from Nietzsche? He said T Street Swag Boys. That sounds like something.
Oh, is that Nietzsche? What up, Nietzsche? I can't see the chat right now. What up, Nietzsche? Yeah, that's my homeboy from the Navy.
Oh,
What's good, my boy?
Got you. He said, "Bro, ain't got no waves no more."
Ooh, you crazy, boy. I'm still
You talking about you? My hair curly.
I know,
Ain't got nothing to do
I
with
know he tripping. He know I stay spinning, bro.
me.
Stay
Yeah.
spinning
Eric
to the
says,
day
"Very
after
nice
the fall.
trade, Jay. 10 points on ES is a lot. I'm not telling you what to do, of course, but asking for more than 10 is asking a lot." I agree. I agree with you 1,000%. 10 points is a lot, and I think asking for 10 for more than 10 is a lot. But we broke that 4,800. That's where I wanted to take profits first. That was 12 points, and now I'm gonna let this trade play out and see if I can't let this runner print. Right? Like I'm perfectly cool with letting this thing come back on me because I want to see if this runner can do what a runner's supposed to do. And I think we can get back up to the highs. So that's why I'm holding on to this. I mean, we've seen ES run, 30, 40 points. So I don't think asking for 10 isn't a lot. You're right. But I don't think asking for more than 10 is much either, especially because we're in a range. So I think if we can come back up to this high of day at 44.05, 44.04, like I'm cool getting out the rest of my position. I'm not looking forward to break high a day, so we'll see what happens.
Nvidia has left the effing building. This thing is at 560 right now.
Look at VIX. VIX is pumping to the downside heavy.
Yeah, I know. You mean dumping to the downside?
I'm a pessimist, so I gotta say it the opposite
the type
way.
Of person that says bounces are rejections.
Yep, it's pumping to the downside hard. So
yeah, the short idea ain't looking too pretty right now.
Things that don't make sense.
Small loss too.
Yeah. I'm just letting my runner do his thing. That's all. Just let my runner run. I am gonna let this. I'm not gonna look for anything more than the high. If this wants to break out and go higher, that's fine too. I'm cool with securing the 12 and then the extra. I guess that'd be about 17 points. I'm 100% okay with that. And that'll put me 1 for 2 on the day. And my one trade will have demolished my losses on the day. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, hell, this one runner already makes up for my loss on the day. So by itself. So if I can just get if I can get 4 extra points out of it, like I'm chilling. It's an extra $20. So
yeah, I'm cutting again here for a small loss. Again, cutting trades early is one thing that I've been trying to work on as well. Seeing the VIX continue to push down and the stocks continue to get aggressive, there's no reason to stay in the trade just because I'm quote unquote married to the position. I'll wait for the sellers to truly come into the market. I still think sellers will come into the market, but maybe they're trying to break the highs and get back up to 48.10, and then I'll look for sales up there. This is a very strong push that I don't want to continue to step in front of. Kind of invalidates my trade idea when this seller at 4,800, he got his orders filled and he did not defend, right?
No,
he didn't step back into the market. Like he got his position filled at 4,800 and he just let price continue past him. So that tells me that he was a passive order. He was a passive buyer and he wasn't interested in defending his position. So I'd rather let price continue to push until we get either through this area, or if we spot a rejection in this area, then I'll look for price to reject there. But we're looking really bullish right now. But the VIX is holding above 1470, which is where I'm looking. If the VIX gets below 1470, I think it's got one more push down to the 20s. I just want to see that aggressive selling come into the market, and if it doesn't, I'm not going to continue to jump in front of the shorts up here.
Yep, we're back up at the highs, so I'm just looking for this area right here. I'm looking for 45 or 48.05. We get 48.05, I'm out. I'm not going to try to overstay my welcome. I'm not going to try to catch more of the move. I'm not going to put more stress on myself than needs to be. So if we can just get these last, point and a half, 2 points, I'm cool with it. You get a quick push up into 48.05, and I'm out of there. The runner did its job, and I'm just chilling. So that first loss really sucked. I'm not gonna lie. That first loss I did not like. I mean I like the trade idea, but my only regret is that I wish I would have kind of cut it a little bit sooner once I saw that we had a lot of
I think you were just early, right? And it's good to notice that. And that's like for me on these sales up at the top, like I haven't taken a full loss up here yet, right? Like
which is great.
I've taken a loss
Come
but
on.
my two losses don't
push.
equal.
Out. Wait, come on.
Okay.
Get me out, bitch. Get me out. Get me out. Okay, there we go. I'm out. All right. I'm listening.
No, I'm good. I'll explain it later.
Sorry, it was the end of my trade. I'm sorry. But yeah. So up $137 on the day. That was a $200 trade, and I was only down $60 on the day. So really good trade. I am done for now.
Whew. All right, looking for this push into 48.10.25 or a rejection right here, because we just cleared this demand zone, just like last week, or a supply zone. Just like last week, when we clear these supply zones, we usually get an aggressive push down. I just want to see the selling kind of step into this market.
Yeah, I like this area. I like your thesis for shorts right here. We just broke this area, and then we immediately reclaim back underneath it. And I think your idea of trapped buyers up here is a really good one. I like it.
Yeah, there's just the stocks are just so aggressive right now.
Oh well, and also the VIX is coming back down to its low as well. So
yeah,
it'd be a good area for it to reject and kind of bounce back up. But yeah, I see Google is coming back up, Nvidia is coming up. Everything's kind of been coming up except for Google.
We're getting that initial selling. We're just not getting that aggressive selling coming to the market. Like the selling's not coming in and continuing. Like we're popping an area, and then sellers are coming in for a second, and then buyers just continue. We just keep sweeping the market higher. So as long
it's
as
like that. It's like that one day.
Yeah, like we just
remember that day we got
buy, and and every level I was trying to look to short the market, which I thought was the right thing to do. Which again still feels like the right thing to do, right? It still feels like the right thing to do.
I'm with you.
I'm going to continue to try to short this market, so we'll see what happens. 48.10.25 is my next level that I'm looking for. I want to see how we react. NQ is just continuing to push. VIX is continuing to sell off. Freaking the stocks are starting to push, so I'll chill on these shorts until further notice, so to speak.
That 900 level did pay, Eric. We came right back down and retested it, and then we took off from there. He said did the same trade off of it, risking 2. Oh, okay. You risked 2 on that trade. Yeah, I think ultimately, do you have the wait? I don't know if this 2 hour is still valid. It is. It's valid. You have the 2 hour at 17 on what's your supply up there?
On ES?
No, NQ. Oh, you got a 4 hour basically at 17. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I got a 4 hour basically at 16.99350.
I like that. Level.
We just took this first supply zone. It was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I like that level for shorts. And honestly, the good thing is it looks like Apple's coming back up to its high after it got rejected nasty style the first time it was up here. And kind of the same thing with Google and Microsoft. It's just Nvidia. Nvidia is just it's like the lifeblood of the market. I honestly don't get why Nvidia is so damn bullish, but
yeah, like I said, they got that China news, but this trend is just coming straight up, like no chill right now. So I'm just gonna watch and see, maybe get a trend line break or something like that. I'm just gonna chill. This market is going straight up, no chaser right now. We just swept this high so aggressively.
I heard that so long.
We swept this high so aggressively. I was like, wow, I definitely wasn't looking for that much of a push. I thought we would get a push. I thought longs looked good down there for sure. I didn't know that those buyers were that strong. Jesus, they came in with a vengeance.
Yeah. You never really know until it happens.
No, you don't know what the reaction is going to be until it happens. There's 48.10 pop. Yeah, there's that's an aggressive pop into 48.10 right there.
It's another 5 points. It's all good. Another 6 points. But I ain't tripping.
I'm gonna call it out, but I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it out, but I ain't tripping though.
That's that low key. I'm actually truly hurt by this right now.
My feelings are a little hurt now, but it's all
I'm very,
good.
very hurt by this. But I ain't gonna trip. I ain't gonna say that. All right, here come the sellers. Come on.
It's like
right.
if this
I'm
thing
gonna take a
gets
short
back-
here and put my stop at dang. That's the only thing about trading.
Ah man, bro.
Trading view. I have to like.
Oh wait.
my stops.
You're in your this is a 4 hour.
Yeah, this is my area of operation here. I see a lot of selling coming in. Again, I just want to see the continuation here. I'm trying to get an early position, but again, these sellers just, I feel like they want to come in here. So I'm gonna take it short. I like the area. I'm gonna give it the 4 points here.
4 hour.
Yeah, we're at the previous day low. We're at the previous day high. Like we're literally where all the selling started. I think it's a good area, but
is Tradeovate, is that does it automatically set your stop too? Like, do you have it automatically set up?
Yeah, if I take the trade on Tradeovate, but I don't even have Tradeovate open right now.
No. I'm sorry, not Tradeovate, TradingView.
I could do it if I set, like, if I don't do instant buy, like if I just set my orders to sell.
If you did limit.
Yeah. If I go in with a limit order, then that's what will happen. But
gotcha.
Right now, I have to set it manually because I have it on instant buy.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we just want to see the sellers come in here. Like, I think I'm a little early, obviously, but I think this is a good area to short the market. I'm giving it enough room. I'm thinking about giving it this entire box, but I've done that before and I've gotten pissed off at myself later. So if we sweep the highs one more time, then I'll look to re-enter. But I think
like
sellers
this area.
like to. I like this area as well. I see the absorption at the highs. You just want to see that. You want to see sellers kind of take over. So if we get beneath that trend, then I think we'll be good to go.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like this. Everything that I'm seeing out of the tape is showing weakness here, and all you just need to see is the follow through from the selling. And I think if we can break below 06, then it'll be good. And then once we break below 02, you'll be really chilling at that point.
Yeah, my target is still the same. Like I think my target is still 47.72. My first target will be 47.86 though. So I just want to see the aggressive selling come in. Like, we're just not seeing the follow through. Instead, the VIX is continuing to act like a BITCH right
now. Eric said I got supply on NQ at 985 to 700. Break below 985 would be nice to go short. I'm done. You're sharing my chart. Let's go.
Mine is at 9.3, basically the same level. Again, the sellers just have to take control. They've been unable to take control this entire rally. And if this short doesn't work out, then at this point, I'm just going to kind of fall back a little bit and reassess. This will be 3 losses in a row for me. But I mean, no, I haven't taken one full loss, but still, like, 3 trades trying to chase this short that never comes in is not where I want to be on the day. So,
yeah. Eric said 985 is where he would go short on NQ. Which actually
we've already passed.
We got down there, so
we're already past 985. We're at 17,000 on NQ,
which is also a psych hold level. So it's another good reason to potentially take the market short on a.
Yeah, you just want to see the VIX either hold this level or continue to get bullish. And right now, it just looks like we're setting sellers up to go take their liquidity and go higher. The last level, I think, for me, for shorts is 48.26. Like, if this day is going to get dumb bullish like this, then I'm just going to say, screw it. But I feel like this is the top of the range. Like, this is a good area to short. The market looks kind of weak up here. But again, buyers are just defending. They're not trying to give anything back. And it's evident with the VIX. The VIX is continuing to just try to hold between 80 and 85. So there's a battle here. Oh, no, Apple, no, Apple. Why do you look so bullish right now? Why does Apple look like it's giving me the middle finger right now?
It does, but the
market ETFs don't show that. Like, the market looks weak. But again, this trend line, it might hold again, and then we might just go riggedy wreck and wreck my trade right here.
Yeah, you just need. I want to see a break below 48.08. We get a break below 48.08, and
yeah, that's the trend line.
There's a lot of orders right there.
That's the trend line. I don't think we're gonna get it though. This Apple looks aggressive. Unless it can just reject here at its high at 182.98, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it looks like we're consolidating too, though, right here. So the consolidation is only good for an end of a trend.
Is it accumulation or distribution?
Yeah, that is the question.
Here's the accumulation. I'm not gonna take this full loss, man. I'm out of here. Apple looks way too bullish. I'm gone. This market looks super bullish. I'm gonna stay away from the shorts for a while and just kind of take a little training time out. That's 3 back-to-back losses right there. Again, they're not aggressive losses,
which is
they're
awesome. They're paper
they're
cuts.
just
They're like
they're literally like paper cuts. But I think we're in the right area. I'm just gonna wait till this trend breaks instead of trying to be the first buyer. I'm just gonna let this trend break and then maybe come back and retest the trend. Of course, it's the one you cut early that you regret.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna regret it. I'm gonna get back in if this thing starts to sell.
Yeah, I would just look for 48.08 to
break. Again, just look at the VIX. Like the VIX is just refusing to go back up. It's retesting this low right here at 1470. And then if you look at the stocks, just look at Apple, right? If I take this trade, I can't justify it. Everything that I like to look for is bullish, and I'm trying to short the market. So therefore, I'm just going to stay away until we get some significant break in structure. And right now, everything that I like to use as an indicator is telling me to stay away from the shorts. So I'm just going to hold tight.
Yeah, I still agree with your area. I like your area a lot, and we're struggling to get above this 48.12. So I think if we can get below 48.08, maybe come back up and retest it, like, let it sell off and then come back up and retest that area where we've kind of consolidated and built structure, I think will be
all right. I'm getting back in. This momentum is just slowing here.
Okay. We're going kind of against your plan, but I understand why you want to get in.
But I'm going with the tape though. Like I'm literally just reading what the tape is doing up here. We're just the buying is just slowing down.
It is. I agree.
I feel like I'm cutting the trade because I'm trying to take paper cuts, but at the same time, I need to stick to what my plan is telling me to do up here. And I'm gonna stay in this short. I'm gonna take this full loss. I'll commit to a full loss on this one. If we break above 48.10 and push above 48.12, then it'll stop me out.
It looks so Apple's kind of getting a reversal. Nvidia is struggling up at its high. Google and Microsoft are both kind of struggling at their high too. I'm with you. I still think if 48.08 breaks and we get some aggression, I think this will print for you. VIX is getting that rejection as well back at the low. And the Nasdaq is consolidating up at the high and looks like to be rejecting as well. So
yeah, I'm just gonna stay in the trade. I'm gonna take this full loss. If it's a full loss, I'll take it. I accept it. Yeah. I'm not gonna stress about it anymore. Like we're either gonna push up or we're not. If I take the full loss, then I'll be done trading until we come back to another key level.
I think the hard thing is getting in before the selling actually starts, and and
I feel like on ES you have to get in before, not have to, but you want to get in before the selling starts, because the selling and or the buying, because on ES you get that absorption, but then you don't get you're not getting that follow through, right? Like you're not with ES, you don't get that sweep of liquidity. With NQ, you get that aggressive sweep. And I guess ES kind of gave the sweep at the lows down there with your trade when we came down and retested 47.85. But up here, I think we're either gonna push, we're gonna sweep me out of the trade, and if we sweep and we keep going, then I'm just gonna allow the trade to keep going, and I'll look for another area to get short. But I think this is a good area to get short. We're just not showing that aggression from the sellers here. Like the sellers are not pushing up, and I'll take this on the chin, no problem.
Yeah, Apple is starting to get that rejection.
Yeah, but the VIX is pushing down here as well. 47.73 tap here.
Yeah, I think. Oh, they just took those orders off. I'll say I think as long as this fails right here, I think there's a good shot at the market actually coming down.
Yeah, but we're building that structure underneath us on the tape. Like the buyers just continue to bring that liquidity higher and higher up there. They're holding structure at 48.0875 now. Again, if they take me out at 48.12, I'll take that loss on the chin. 48.1250 is my stop loss.
Damn good hold though, because that was close. We rejected.
Looks like I said, I've fully accepted the risk. Like if it comes to get me for 4 points, then it is what it is. But
like Microsoft is coming down. Google's starting to kind of sell off. Nvidia's starting to sell off, and Apple is struggling up at its highs too. On top of that, you got the Nasdaq, which is trying to break its low of this consolidation that it's in, and then the VIX is still finding it hard to solve. Like all the reasons to get short are there. It's just like waiting for it to actually happen is like the worst. Here it goes.
Said, every streamer I was watching took an L today, and I just came here. Well, I'm glad you're here. I mean, I took 3 L's so far. So, but I'm taking really small paper cut L's. This trade is the trade that I've been trying to take all freaking morning. This is the trade that I've been chasing all morning. So I just need to get the follow through from the sellers. That's all.
Yeah, I think
I'm in the right area. I like everything I'm seeing from this area. I just need the follow through. And I think if this pushes down, I'm looking for a huge move. Like I'm looking for like a 30-point move here. Like I think price is really going to come down because I think the overall trajectory of the market is to the downside. So if I'm wrong, I'm just going to accept the loss. But I don't think I am. But we'll see.
Yeah, for me, I caught the long this morning at the bounce off of 47.85. So, I haven't seen anything else to put risk on the table. But this short is looking really juicy right now. I think it's gonna print. So, what's up, Brian? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. O'Donnell.
And then Eric says, "Let's see what 985 does on NQ." Well, we're below 985. I know you posted this like a minute ago when we weren't, but yeah, I think we're coming back down. We're above the value area high, so
we just want to see Apple start to push down now. Microsoft is starting to sell down. Nvidia is getting a reversal candle. Google is selling down. I just want to see this thing aggressively come down. I just want to see that follow through, close below 48.08, and just come down. Stop playing games, man.
Yeah, I just want to. I'm curious to see. Because I think we're gonna rotate back into the POC. So that if I were you, at least for me, that'd probably be my first target. Would probably be the POC, just because we are technically in an uptrend. We broke the downtrend, but we came back and we broke those highs. So I think we come back into the POC where we traded most.
Yeah. Where's your pocket? Mine's at 48.10, above us. My volume area low is at 47.93 on the 15-minute. Are you reading the 5 or the?
Yeah, I'm on the 5-minute. On the 5-minute, my pocket is at 47, basically 4,800.
It's not even showing me my pocket.
And but yeah, 4,800 is where my pocket's at. But but the only thing is though, this level is almost close to being the new POC. To be honest with you, with how much volume's been traded up here. I think the pocket is going to shift here pretty soon to this area.
Yeah, it would make sense. And my first area would be 47.93. Yep. My overall target would be 47.72.
So the pocket just shifted to this area right here.
How is your pocket shifted? Mine's not. What's the number? Because I'm not looking at your screen.
The number is 48.10 or 48.09.
Yeah, that's where my pocket was at when you were saying you would target the pocket. My pocket already shifted up. Your pocket didn't.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what do you mean the pocket? I was like, we're at the pocket right now.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh. That's why I was like, what?
Well, I was looking at I was looking at it on the 5, but it should be the same regardless.
Well, I was looking at it on the 15, but the 5 hadn't given me a Like when I switch to the 5, it doesn't even show my SVP, which is strange, but
It takes a second to load.
yeah.
Malcolm Joseph
That was
says,
a
"Hey,
very,
chat, greetings
very,
from South
very bullish
Africa."
bounce right there.
Malcolm
Very
Joseph,
bullish bounce.
I feel like, did you used to come watch the crypto shop? Because I feel like you look familiar.
Malcolm Joseph?
Yeah,
Hi, chaps.
he looks-
Nah, I ain't never seen him.
I feel like we had a. I feel like he
Oh
looks
yeah, we just
familiar.
got popped right there. We just popped that liquidity at 48.12. That's 0 for 4 this morning. So I'm definitely gonna leave these shorts alone for a little bit. We just got a massive drop on the VIX too. Well, not massive, but the VIX is retesting this level right here. Again, holding 1470 though, right? So for me, I'm still looking for shorts. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I'm still looking for shorts in this area because of where the VIX is. If we get this next push up at 48.2650, then I'll look to short up there. But we're gonna continue to push. I'm not gonna chase this bullish push. I'm just gonna wait for price to reverse up here. At some point, price is gonna come back down.
Yeah, I like 48, 25, 50. That 1 hour that's been acting, but like
four,
that
it's
whole
like a
area.
I got a 4 hour up there. Bulls are just too strong this morning, and without proper confirmation from the VIX, like I can't get in. I can't continue to short this market without the VIX at least showing me something.
Yeah. Malcolm Joseph says, "Wishing you well in your trading for 2024." Appreciate it, Malcolm.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Thanks.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother.
Check this. I wanted to. Oh dang! I don't like the fact that NQ has those like the 100. I guess
I don't
NQ
like
does
it
that a
either.
lot,
That's why I
though,
haven't
but
been
don't
trading
like
it because the tape is just so weird over there. It's like, yo, why is this 100 orders following me every 10 to 20 points to the upside and downside? Like,
Yeah,
that doesn't make me feel comfortable. Like, leave me alone.
I think
bro.
NQ always did that, but I'm not a fan. That's why it's like that's why it gets the
No, it has not always done that. It has not. Trust me. I remember Jonah and I called it out when it started doing it. It was like right around the December Christmas rally when we had that low volume push up. That's when we started seeing that. Like every day we had that low volume push. That's all we saw. We was like, dude, what is this? And trust me, we have been trading NQ a lot, so it was definitely abnormal for us as well. So as long as we're staying in this trend, man, like we're holding this thing aggressively. So
Malcolm said, "Never joined you in the crypto shop, but we'll support the channel if you can share the link." Oh, it's all good, bro. We don't stream over there anymore. It just for some reason you just look familiar. That's all. But it's
a winning streak, right with the tears. It's all good, dude. Like I mean, again, we're the area that I took the trade on. All 4 of my trades came from the same area, and not once did you hear me say, "All right, screw it, I'm gonna go long." Like I don't do that, right? All 4 of my trades came from the same area. All 4 of my trades were valid entries. They were early entries, right? I didn't get the continuation on either one of my trades. I stand by all 4 of those trades. The first 2, the first one I was up in, right? It came back and I cut it because I spotted the sweep. I waited for the sweep, which we're getting another sweep here, right? I waited for the sweep and then I waited for price. See, and I'm waiting here again for the same thing because I know I'm in the right area. I'm just gonna wait. Now I'm gonna wait for this trend line to break because at this point you got to show me a little more, right? I'm no longer gonna try to buy or sell up here. I'm gonna wait for this trend to be broken and then retest it, and then I'll short the market. Yeah, this is the previous day high here at 48.14, and there's a lot of liquidity being added to the book here.
You see the CVD divergence on ES?
Yes.
It's pretty nasty right now.
Yes. And the VIX is starting to push up too. So again, I don't know where that rejection is going to come from, but I tell you this, at some point we're going to break this trend, or we're going to continue to pump all day. Either way it go, I'm not going to chase this. I'm not going to chase these shorts until we get an official closure below some type of structure. And right now we're not getting that. And if I was to review my trades mentally in real time, the one thing that I would say is I didn't allow price to break structure, even though we were at the area. I was trying to jump in based off the tape, right? Which again is something that I do, and I'm okay with that. But based off what I was seeing off the tape was the reason why I was looking to enter the trade. We didn't get the follow through from the sellers. Sellers didn't want to defend their position. The VIX continued to sell down, and I cut my trades. The only full loss I took was the one you just saw me take on screen, right? I cut every last one of my trades. I cut before I was down maybe 2 points max. So
yeah, which is really good habit.
Yeah,
really good habit.
It's me not falling in love with the position, right? And that's what I'm in. That's what I'm trying to focus on is trade management. Just because you take a loss doesn't mean you lost on the day. Like I think everything I did was a winner's mentality, right? Like it's preserving your capital, right? That's what you want to look to do. And that's what I did, right? I looked to preserve my capital. So
yeah, I agree. The only mistake I made on the day, but it happened so fast. But I mean, I tried to long the market too early when I first spotted some buying, and I kind of knew I didn't know I was in a dead position, but I had a feeling. Instead of acting on the feeling, I just kind of allowed it to take me out for the 4 points. Had I been out for like 2 points, I would only be down. I'd be down half of what I was down, and then my winner would have ended up netting me a lot more than it did. But it's all good. Either way, my winner still made up for my loser, and actually, my winner almost damn near made up for my day on Friday. Funny enough, so that's also positive for me.
I can't really read this breakdown on TradingView. I'm trying to read the breakdown of my trades on TradingView. I can't.
Oh,
I
they
don't
have
really
that?
understand it, so I'm gonna go to TradingView. Yeah, if you open up bottom, you can. You the one showed me it on the paper trading.
Oh, you're talking about the
same thing.
Oh
like,
yeah, I can't read that.
orders.
I can't read that at
Yeah,
all.
it's
I look
weird
at that,
how
I'm
they
just
set it
like,
up.
yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So my plan losses on every day now that I'm sized up is about $320 every day, right? Every day I plan to lose $320, right? So basically that gives me 4 trades, right? 4 trades in total, risking about $80 per trade. So 8, 16, 24, 32. That's $320. Last week, my planned losses were $240, right? This week, because I took 4 trades, but I'm not down $320. I'm down $200, right? And that's because I managed my trades properly, which in turn gives me another trade, right? So now, even though I'm over my trade limit, I still have another trade based off my cash value. I can choose to stay cash at negative $200, or I can take one more trade, right? And that will be my last trade. Therefore, I'm now going to reevaluate kind of where I am. And this is the things people don't really talk about, right? Like they don't talk about how to evaluate a red day. Like how do you work yourself in or out of a red day, right? Here, I'll show you guys my account summary, right? So this is
no, hold up. Just keep talking.
Oh, okay. So most people don't really understand how to like really navigate a red day, right? When you're looking to navigate a red day, you don't want to just continue to take trades. You want to stop, evaluate what you have done, and make sure you agree with what you have done. You agree with the area, you agree with the execution, you agree with the stop loss, you agree with cutting the trade early or not. I did all of that. Therefore, now I'm looking to evaluate the cash value of where I am. Do I have enough tokens to take another trade? Me being down negative $210 on the day, I'm expected to be down $320. Therefore, in my business, we can afford to place another trade. I'm not going to continue to chase this uptrend if it's going to continue to go up. I'm just going to reevaluate and potentially look to get in on the uptrend, maybe on the pullback that fits my strategy. So, but yeah, so let me share with you guys my tab here, right? So this is my account summary right here, right? This is my total P&L, right? Negative 210.80. Remember, I told you I'm allowed to take 4 trades or lose negative $320 on the day, right? I haven't reached that goal yet. I've taken 4 trades, but they were all in the same area. So as the manager of my business, I can say, okay, are you on tilt? No, I'm nowhere near tilt. $210 can't put me on tilt, right? Are you okay with the trades that you've taken? Yes, I'm 100% okay with the trades that I'm taking. Check, 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 right? Are you willing to take another trade or do you want to walk away? No, I'm willing to take another trade, but I'll step away and allow the market to kind of reset itself while I'm reevaluating my cash value. So if you guys are looking for trading psychology, if you're looking for how to deal with things, you have to set rules. You have to live by those rules. Now, this looks aggressive. This is what I like to see.
Look at the
This
tape.
is what I like to see here.
They just absorbed a lot of buying.
They just
right
absorbed
there.
a lot of buyers right there.
And we're at the value area high as well. And then they just threw more orders. So yeah, this is getting interesting.
All right, I'm gonna take one more short here. This will be my last trade on the day. I'm gonna get in right where they absorb those buyers at, and I'm gonna put my stop right above that high, right there. I really like that absorption on the tape, and I'll share with you guys why I took the trade and why this will be my last trade. Because if this doesn't work out, then screw it, I'm done. Right? The market's just not, it's not agreeing with my thesis here if this doesn't work out. But if it works out, I'll take the W and see where we go.
What's your target?
Just the lows. It's always the same. Like if I can get the lows, or I can target 47.96 first, 47.97 through 47.96 first, and then I'll target 47.82. We're so overdue for some sell pressure. It's ridiculous, but we'll see. Again, it's not up to me. It's up to the market, right? Like it's up to the market to decide.
We have
looks like we're getting that same bounce off the trend line. Every time we tap this trend line, we're getting that same bounce. But this time we got absorption at the highs, right? And that makes me feel a lot better than what I was seeing before. And we trapped about 1,467 buyers. A little bit over 5,000 buyers are trapped at the highs right now. And I'll show you guys that on the tape as well, so you can see that as the reason why I'm taking this trade, right? I'm not just jumping in because I see selling. I'm jumping in because I see trap participants, potentially. It could be me that's trapped, right? But these buyers right here that came in at 48.15, they need to get rewarded. But if price wants to sell off, right? This is the delta right here. This is the difference between buyers and sellers at this price level, right? The delta is sitting at about 1,500. This bubble right here is a representation of absorption at the highs, right? That means that all of this buying pressure that came in was unable to move price at the high. What I don't want to see is price to push through this high, because if it pushes through this high, then I'm done trading on the day. That's just it. I'm done chasing shorts. I'm done trading whatsoever. I'll be down my full amount, well, a little under my full amount, but it's enough for me to say, all right, we're done. Been on the wrong side all day. It's all good, man. Like that happens, right? Like I've been on the right side of my thesis, but on the wrong side of the market, and that's okay. Like I think it's bad when people use that emotion as like that means you're a shitty trader. Like I've killed this market multiple times taking this exact same trade, right? Like today, just like last Monday, right? This is Tuesday, but it's the first trading day, full trading day of the week. Last Monday, I got killed the same way. And it's because I like to trade. I like the market to trade a certain way. So therefore, I'm looking to trade the market at certain levels when I see certain things. Today, I'm seeing those exact same things, right? A break of structure here on the tape, absorption at the highs, trap buyer, trap participants. If the market wants to continue to push from here, hey, all right, you got me. I'll try the same thing tomorrow. And I think that's not going to ruin my day. I'm going to still go hang out with my kids. I'm going to eat some breakfast. I'm still going to chop it up with you guys. I'm just done trading on the day because the market is not agreeing with the way that I like to trade, right? I'm taking a negative day, and that's okay. That's part of, at least that's part of my trading journey. Some people will say, losing's not part of the trading journey. You don't have to lose. It's like, all right, well, show me somebody that's never taken a loss or never had a red day, and I'll show you a freaking liar, right? Like, it doesn't happen. At some point, your ASS had a red day, right? Like, that happened. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that happened, right? So, but we'll see what happens. Again, sellers are failing down here at the lows. Every time we come down to the lows, sellers are failing. But again, I'm still liking the absorption here, and buyers now have to push price higher. The VIX is still not agreeing with our move. Apple, Nvidia, it's Nvidia, man. Nvidia is just ruining everything. The way the market is supposed to move, Nvidia just ruins it all. Nvidia is literally going nuts right now.
Yeah, when Nvidia wants to get moving,
it's crazy.
They love to move Nvidia.
The question is, do you have a plan for the year? Do you have a plan for the week? I have a plan for the year, right? This loss is part of my plan. This red day is a part of my plan. I think we're stopped out if we get to the highs, pretty sure. But this red day is a part of my plan, right? If I take a $300 loss today, it's 100% a part of my plan. Therefore, I can't be upset when I take the loss or I take the red day. The problem is people follow YouTubers on Twitter, right? Or YouTubers on YouTube that teach them to put on 5 minis, 16 minis. What did you see Justin and I doing today, right? We're in micro size, not because we suck as traders, but because we're trying to focus on the process, right? Most people want to focus on making the money, but if you can't keep the money, what's the point?
Yeah,
right. Like there's no point if you can't figure out a way to keep the money in your pocket. What's the point of trying to add size? There is no point.
Yeah, my biggest thing is you got to be able to learn risk management, right? Like the only way you can learn, well, you can learn risk management on larger size, but learning risk management on larger size also comes with the added bonus of you having
pressure.
To not even pressure, but I think it's the added bonus of losing more money, right? Like a lot of people emotionally, they can't handle big red days, like they just can't. And so therefore, when they have a big red day, it's very, very hard to get back on the horse and start winning on your big green days, right? Or just having green days in general. But what being on smaller size teaches you is one, like, okay, on Friday, I had a $150 red day, right? To most people, that's a small red day. Today, I turn around and I have a $130 green day. Almost, I'm $20 away from making up what happened on Friday in one trade. I took 4 losses on Monday, and I took one trade and it damn near erased all my losses from Friday. Not to mention the fact that I actually, if you really look at it, I actually took 5 losses in a row, right? Because I took one trade that y'all saw today, which was a loss, and then I took a win, and my win was 3 times larger than my loss was. I lost $60 and I made $100. I basically made $200, right? And that $200 made up for the loss that I took today, as well as almost all the losses I took on Friday, right? So once you start understanding that with risk management, and you can do it on smaller size, then when you size up, it's a lot easier to do because you've already proven to yourself that you can manage your risk on smaller size, right? And until you learn to manage risk on small size, then there's no way you're going to learn to manage your risk on large size, right? It's okay. You don't got a large screen. It's fine. I'm pretty much done.
I was trying to switch it over. I couldn't
yeah,
figure out
I think if you press on my screen and then do it, yeah. So if you press on mine and then do it, you can
your screen.
You can make it big. But and anyway, the point being is that you have to learn how to manage your risk on small size first, right? In my opinion. If you can manage your risk on small size and learn it when, like Hob said, the pressure isn't on you, because you know you're not going to lose a lot of money. If you're used to losing, $1,000, $2,000, what is it losing $100 in a day? It's nothing to you, right? And on top of that, on Friday, I still felt the emotions that I feel when I'm on large size, right? It just wasn't to the same degree, right? Like I still. The last trade that I took on Friday was 1,000% a revenge trade, right? I was frustrated. I thought I saw something, and I did see it, but it still wasn't a good trade to take, right? It was a revenge trade. And what ended up happening was I ended up, what should have been, I think, a $90 loss day turned into a $150 loss day, right? But I thought about it, I was like, well, dang, if I was in large size, what would have been a $900 loss day would have turned into a $1,500 loss day, right? You got to think about those things. I'm always in the back of my mind thinking about, if this was a size up day, what would this look like for me, right? Well, a size up day would have been that first trade, I would have lost $600. And then that next trade, if I would have, I might not even taken it because I would have been scared.
Thank
right?
you. Eat his ass up. Let's go. They tried to sweep the high. Come on.
Oh,
What are you doing? What is this news? What is happening right now?
the tape has been speeding up at like random
Look at
times, but it's
this.
looking good though to the downside.
This dude just swept the highs and then he swept the lows. This is new. Something's happening in the market right now. This is not normal. Is there a speaker somewhere? The tape is speeding up aggressively right now. I'm happy.
The tape's.
Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy. Oh my God. Whoa. Whoa.
No.
Wait, let me capture this on screen. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Let me get this. Dang. This trade is flying to the downside. Let me see.
Yeah, it's looking good.
I hope I'm still in. Oh, yeah, I'm in. All right. There we go. I didn't know I was in or not. This is the trade I've been waiting on all day long. Goodness gracious.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Out,
look
baby.
at this.
Flood him out, baby. Flood him out. Come on.
Twice as there's an FOMC speaker. Whoa.
Come on.
Jesus Christ. This FOMC speaker is dunking the market. Microsoft is going crazy.
Is what
Nvidia's going to the downside. Dang, this is a straight flush. Good trade. Good trade.
Come on. I've been waiting on this trade all day.
Dang. Good absorption at these highs, too.
All right, we're gonna take 2 contracts off right there. Take 3 contracts off, really. Because I don't like waiting around for that stuff like that.
Well, that was like 15 points.
Yeah, when we get an aggressive move like that, I like to take 3 contracts, take 90% off the position. That's 12 points right there. And then the rest I got to sell here at 47.72. I'm gonna put this runner. I'm gonna put a buy order here at to put my stop at break even for this last runner, and I'm gonna absorb all of this. If this runner comes back, so be it. But I think this is a good trade. This is basically the trade I've been waiting on all day long.
Wow.
So
that was
literally the entire move.
That was an impressive flush right there.
We just want price to pull back, but we wanted to pull back and then drop beneath us and then take the dump down to 47.92. We literally came right to 47.95, the volume area low right there, and popped right back up. So I'm hoping that they hold price beneath my entry. If not, I'll gladly take break even on this runner. If not, I'm looking for 47.72.
Winning streak. If you're still in the building, there's your W right there.
Yeah, there's your W. I've been
that
waiting on
probably
it all
took care
day.
of all your losses too.
Yeah, it damn near killed. Yeah, damn near took off all my losses. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I'm up $16 on the day now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Funny how that works.
Funny how that works. We literally was just talking about that. So, all right, I think it was smart to. Oh, an FOMC speaker. Okay.
That's what Twice said. Is FOMC speaker.
Let's go, brother. Let's go. Good short, man. And I like the fact that you joined me on the short, but you also said the reason why you were joining me on the short, right? You weren't joining me on the short because you were following my move. You were joining me based off your own thesis, which I always expect from you anyway, right? We spotted this area as previous day high. It was volume area high, right? There was multiple confluences to look for shorts. The sellers just weren't getting rewarded. So I think those buyers basically stopped out of their position at 48.15. And now they're going to look to try to buy more to come back to 48.15. I've been looking for this huge move. I've literally said it from the beginning of the stream. I'm looking for a move down to 47.72. I think that's where we're going back to. So I'm going to hold this runner and see if it prints for me. I just really don't want price to come back up here bullish. But I have zero F's to give about this trade. Right? That's how you kill a day right there. That was my last trade. I spoke it out. I looked for exactly what I wanted. Justin spotted it as well. We both spotted the absorption at the highs. And he was like, I was like, I already see it, bro. Right? And I never lost confidence in myself because I knew what I was looking for. Just like Justin never lost. He would have took that trade down there in the 30-minute demand zone, regardless of what anybody else said in here or Discord or me.
Yeah,
he would have took that trade 5 times down there in that demand. I guarantee it. And he wouldn't even have thought twice about it. He's like, I don't care what y'all say. I know what I see. I like what I see, and I'm going to take the trade. And that was my thesis. I don't care what anybody else says because I know what I see. I know what I like, and the market's giving me everything I like, right? So I just want an aggressive push down. If this fails, the next thing price is going to do is try to break below that low down there where Justin took his long. If we get below that area, this was aggressive selling. This was real selling. So if we get below that area, I fully expect a dump down to 47.72. And if that's the case, I'm going to look to capture the entire move on the runner, not with my full position. What did the stocks do off of that? Because that was aggressive. He said they dumped. Don't even look. They dumped. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Microsoft.
It's Nvidia. I wanted to truly dump. I think the market's really going to come down if Nvidia decides it wants to dump. So, all right, saved a red day. That was nice. I like that. Can't complain about that at all. I'm definitely gonna. I'm excited to journal. I was already excited to journal because I did some good things that I've been working on all week, which is all weekend, which was like just the management of my trading. So yeah, I like what I did. I like exactly everything that I did. I like everything about my trading day. There's nothing I would take back about my trading day whatsoever. This last runner is part of my plan. Dang, what is he saying now? literally, he just literally was like, yeah. He talked the market down, and he was like, yeah, no, just kidding, dog. Go ahead and buy everything back up. Let's see if my runner's still alive.
Well, yeah, I'm just making sure y'all are cool with this.
Cool with what?
Yeah, the crazy thing is, you're right. FOMC Waller is speaking. I missed that at 11.
Dang, Justin.
Well, no, because I was on the wrong day. But yeah, I didn't think. But I mean, it's yellow folder, and Waller, whatever he said was very, very bearish. I don't know what he said, but
the question is he continuing to talk the market bearish? I don't know. I'm staying in this trade regardless. I'm giving 1 point for the fees. You can see that right there. Like, I'm taking the full point for the fees. And it's like, if I get the fees, the reason why I set the last runner to break even +1 is because if I get stopped out, it's basically like I'm taking my full position size from last week, and that's the trade that I took, right? So that's why I took those 3 off at the lows. With that aggressive sell down, I do not like to sit through the pullback because I know the pullback's coming. So I like to take 90% off, 90% of the position off at that pullback, and then just sit for the rest. Yeah, bulls that were buying at those supply levels were asking to get wrecked 100%. 100% were asking to get wrecked. They were 100% asking to get wrecked. And that's what I kept seeing. I was like, I'm not switching my position. I'm not looking to buy this market. Like, I'm not doing it, right? I'm looking to sell this market, right? And, when you see stuff like that, it only adds to your confidence level, right? Like, stuff like that the losses didn't rattle me at all. And that's what you should take from the traders that you're watching on YouTube. It's like, do they go back in and repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again? Can they justify their trades like we just did? Can we talk about the trades in thorough detail? If you're watching somebody that's just looking for a trend line to break, you need to change the channel, right? Because they don't understand price action. They don't understand the way the market moves. Justin and I have spent hours dedicated to price action, order flow, and just understanding everything about the market so that we can feel comfortable when we come into the YouTube channel and try to educate. Now we've gotten to the point where we're confident enough to show our trades, right? When we first started, we was like, man, nah, I want to keep my trades sacred, right? Because, they're my trades. But now I'm like, I don't care, honestly. I'm going to take the same trade whether you guys are looking or not. If it works out, the market's going to do what I ask it to do. All the bulls from the last hour got stopped out. New auction at play. Players get to place new positions, both long and short. Whale auction from the last hour got deleted. Yeah, I like this area. We take the market long, actually.
I agree with that.
But I would not be touching the longs just yet. I'm going to stay in my short for my runner because I think we're going to come down lower.
So I found his speech. His speech came out before he even spoke, which I think is funny because it's funny how the market reacts when they could literally just read his speech before. But the headline is almost as good as it gets, but will it last? And I'm pretty sure that's what dumped the market. Like, it's good, but it might be coming to an
end. What do y'all think? Like, yeah, okay. All right.
Dang.
Yeah, I'll stay in this runner all day.
Crazy. The U.S. has been doing drone strikes like crazy lately.
Yeah.
They just did another drone strike, apparently, according to X. Who would have thought that Fed Waller would talk the market down like 12 points?
You know what? You know what I was watching? I was watching old buddy that Malik watches, and he said that Goolsby is actually a bullish speaker, and he has a vote this time around too.
Interesting.
Yeah, I used to think that he was the one that spooked the market all the time. So
it seems like it's
strange.
Waller. Anytime Waller comes across the screen, he always does something to the market. I wonder if does Waller have a vote this time? Because they definitely reacted to what he said. So I wonder if he's got a vote.
I don't know. I know that they shifted. I know that the people who didn't have votes last time, some of them actually have votes this time. So looks like we're building value area here. Looking to try to continue to push down. So it'd be nice to see that pot shift to the downside, maybe like right where this consolidation is. If I see that pot shift to 4,800, then I think my trade is greenlit. That'd be nice on the 15-minute. Now, once I'm in the trade, guys, once I get into the trade, like I try to enter off that 30-second, which is what you saw me do on ES. But once I'm in the trade, I just switch to the 15-minute because it's just less stressful to watch on the 15-minute. I'm already done with this trade, in my opinion. Like I don't need anything else from this trade. I'm just riding this thing to see if we can get a push back down to the downside. But the fact that we didn't sweep these lows doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah, let's say we're getting a little bit of absorption on the tape too, back to the upside.
Back to the upside, yeah.
Yeah, so I was getting absorbed. I'm just gonna try put the trade long here.
Yeah, until this low here. Let me show you on the tape here. I still like shorts, but I wouldn't be starting a short position here. Let me be clear. But the way I'm looking at this tape right now, for those of you that watch the tape versus the candlestick chart, this is the way I'm looking at the tape right now. So this area,
kind of silly.
This area right here is the level that I'm looking to break right now. If we can get below 47.95, this is the swing low, right? This is how the candlestick chart, all that stuff you see people talking about, swing lows, swing highs, this is order flow. This is how it starts. The candlesticks is just a representation of what happens. So here is where we're looking to break below 47.95. I don't think price is coming back up here because of all of the aggressive selling. This is where I started my position. So this is where I'm looking. This is where I'm staying at break even. Therefore, the next thing that I'm looking for to continue holding this trade is I want to see us cleanly break below 47.95. And then I'm looking for another clean sweep because I think the sellers are very aggressive. And I'm going to show you on the VIX why I have that vision as well. I think price wants to come back into and trade into this area right here. This is where I'm looking to take my position on. If buyers step in here, so be it. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. If we get below this structure and we get a clean sweep and close below this structure, this will become my new stop loss for my runner. I will move my stop to 47.95. So that's just how I wanted to see. I wanted to show you guys kind of behind the scenes what I'm looking at. Give me 1 second though. My daughter is at the door.
All right, yeah, I just got stopped out of that paper trade rather quickly, but I'm trying another one. I'm gonna give it the low, which is 4 points, to see. This is the POC. And this is kind of a low volume area right here. So see if we can't shift this and take it back up to the top. But yeah, like,
all right.
I definitely would not be starting a new short entry down here. This is the area where you get cooked.
Yeah, this is cooking season right here.
Eric, so I just thought about all the traders that were long without a stop loss. Oh my god, that's hilarious to think about. For real.
Yeah, that there's no way they caught that. There's no way. We saw it because we saw it forming, right? And now you just like Justin is seeing this long form. We expect aggressive buying to come in from this long. But if you're a trader that's looking at candlesticks, there's no way you saw this. It's impossible for you to see it. You can see it on the 30-second chart. You can see it on the 15 and the 5-second. But how many traders are really using that besides the Dave community, right? Like he's teaching traders basically how to read order flow through the candlesticks. That's what I like about trading on smaller time frames. I'm just not a fan of trading on smaller time frames the entire day. Like I'm not doing that, right? But at the same time, I look at order flow the entire day, right? So
I think it's visually easier to see, not to mention the fact that they can't see true liquidity pockets.
They can't see the liquidity. Yeah. And that's my biggest issue.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say issue. I would say that would be my biggest, knowing what I know about order flow. That's why it's so hard for me to dive into ICT, because ICT and a lot of Forex traders, they try to tell you where liquidity is on the candlestick chart. Like, how do you know there's liquidity there? Like, you know that liquidity was, but do you know how strong the liquidity is? Do you know how much liquidity is there? Do you know how buyers and sellers are reacting to that liquidity? Do you know if the buyers are aggressive? Do you know if they're passive? Do you know any of that information? There's no way you can get that information from the candlesticks because it doesn't exist. You have to go into the DOM. You have to go into footprint charts. You have to go into understanding order flow in order to truly know what's happening. Everything else is an educated guess. And I'm not saying you can't be right. You can obviously be right. You can be right a lot of times, right? Because you're basing all price action did before, right?
I think there's little clues though. There's little clues that candlesticks leave behind. Like for instance, like if you see the candlesticks start to speed up with the way that they're forming, right? Like they're moving fast and they break a low and they reclaim it, then it's probably pretty safe to say that there was a liquidity pocket there and that traders were getting active in that area, and that's why they wanted to trade there. So in that instance, like you can, there's very subtle ways you can kind of tell, but you got to really know what you're looking for. And I feel like a lot of people don't. And as this trade starts to work out, this paper trade, I'm almost up 10 points in this paper trade, and I'm going to break even. I'm going for the highs.
We got to get back above 48.10.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of orders sitting right there, and like for me, these paper trades, they just more so give me confidence, and you know,
that's all I do. You see,
and reading the tape.
I'm a paper trading guru. I stand by paper trading because I don't paper trade like a regular person, I guess, right? Like I'm not just putting on paper trades to just see what happens.
Yeah,
no, I'm putting on trade I would take. Yeah, when I put on paper trades, it's actual trades that I would actually take, right? If it's not, I don't take it. It's just that simple. So. All right, those sellers just got absorbed right there. Let's see if buyers want to continue to buy above this level, or do they want to bring price down? Where's all that selling that came in here?
Actually, it's at 48.10 where the massive drop came in here. So this is where
this is where I expect sellers to kind of reject the area.
Yeah, sellers should want to defend this.
48.11. Not even that. My son made me some avocado toast about an hour ago. You can imagine what avocado toast looks like after sitting out for an hour.
Brown.
Oh, it looks black.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah, I will not be eating that. He did, man. My son got a little cookbook now. He be making he made some French toast from by himself on Friday or Monday. Fire. With eggs over medium.
Eric says on the Sierra footprint chart, a 300 seller just got order filled on ES. Yeah, I can see that on my CVP delta up here.
Yeah,
as well. And see, that's why I like I like. Well, actually, I'd have to kind of scoot it over here. There we go. It's still right there though. But
oh, they can't see your charts, brother.
Oh, that's fine. But I the one thing I guess I want to get into, like once I start pulling profits out of Apex, the thing that I want to start the next thing for me, I think, is getting a footprint chart and using footprint charts as well. I need to get another screen. There's a few things I need to do before I get it, but I definitely do want to add footprint charts as just another confluence, and I think it's a little bit easier to see. Oh my God, look at this! Oh my God, Oh my God, that buyer right there. Jesus Christ.
If he gets absorbed, they're about to absorb him.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. That buyer, that was a big buyer that did not move the market right there.
That was a huge. Somebody passively absorbed him right there.
Look at that volume candle right there.
Yeah, this might drop. That'd be that's a red flag right there for me. But I'll see what happens.
That's an ad.
Yeah, that's a red flag. But yeah, I do want to add the footprint chart eventually, and honestly, the footprint chart in essence is basically a candlestick chart, just with the orders. So not to say I would get rid of my candlestick charts, but it's just another thing to look at for potential.
I did like it when Rick was using his. His was really nice.
Yeah, I really like Carmine's because Carmine's is a delta footprint, but it also shows. I think Rick's did it too, but it shows the candlestick on top of that too. So, and I think Quant Tower does that as well, where it'll show you the candlestick. Because for me, like I've seen the footprint charts that only
Quant Tower shows you the candlestick. You just gotta zoom in to see the footprint.
Yeah. But I think on the side, I think it actually shows you the candlestick still as it's like forming type of thing. So it'll show you the body and then it'll show you the wick as well for the time frame. Because some of them don't. Some of them just have the numbers. And it won't show you the wick, the open, the close, nothing. And that to me is like confusing. I don't like seeing it like that. I'm way more visual, so I need to see the visual candlestick along with the footprint, or else it's not going to work for me. That I do know that about myself. I do not like seeing just the numbers.
Yeah, what I realized when I was watching Rick's channel is that the footprint charts basically mimic the candlesticks. Like I didn't realize like when you're looking at the numbers and you zoom out, it's like, oh, that's literally the candlestick.
Yep, it's the candlestick. Yep. It's essentially like the time and sales and then the candlesticks put together. Like that's all it is. And then with Bookmap, you basically get you get it all. You can get it all. You just have to know how to read it, pretty much.
Man,
so it looks like
this entire move. That's impressive.
Yeah, but this is I'm seeing a lack of buying up here right now. There's 3,100 delta in this area, probably more than
look
that.
How many buyers got trapped at 48.10 or potentially trapped at 48.10?
Yeah, that's the question. If we start to sell off, then those buyers might end up getting stopped out. But
then
if not, then
on the opposite side, look how many sellers got trapped at 48.09
at the low. Yeah.
All right, I'm stopped out right there. I think
it's good to go back to the upside. I'm up about 11 points on this paper trade. It's looking good.
Yeah. I think we just basically put in that lower high or that higher low, and then just continue to push. Good trade though.
And again, like even with this paper trade, I took that first paper trade and I lost. I think I was down 300, and this paper trade is going to be 5x what I lost. Right? Again, risk management. Like that's all it is. My profit.
And all that was that 5-minute demand zone playing out right there too. That was perfect down there at 47.95. Which was my target. Which I'm glad I took that profit right there because I would have been upset if I didn't take that profit right there. So clean trade, man. I liked it.
Yeah, and now
I liked everything about the trading day today. Cannot complain whatsoever.
You're probably like barely run on the day now.
Negative $33.
Yeah, see, yeah.
And I'm done trading.
One trade wiped away all the losses. So,
and if the runner would have printed like I wanted it to, i.e., we got rejected up here and continue coming down, it would have been a dynamic day. Not even dynamic, but it would have been a positive green day. I was okay because if you think about it, right? Because you could put this in the risk management category. People say, "Well, you could have just took that runner off." I was like, "Yeah, I could have," and I'd have been up $16. I was willing to risk the $48 that was coming back into my pocket for another 20-point move on ES, because another 20-point move was $100 move for me, right? And again, it's not about the money, it's about the management of the trade, because now we're at my entry. This is literally my entry right now. And watch what happens here now that I got stopped out. This is usually what happens. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they just put a pretty nice block of liquidity right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, see, now I want to. They just had to come and stop everybody that got in short at the right time. They came in, took all of their liquidity and their stops, and was like, okay, now we'll come back.
Eric said the big buyer won, the big seller became liquidity. Yeah. Yeah, he did.
I don't think so. I think the big buyer absorbed, and now the seller went and got some friends.
Potentially. We'll see. This could be his stop. Maybe this is him protecting his position. Trying to add all the more.
Buying that came in at 47.10, man. That's a lot.
I know.
Of liquidity.
I know. 32 or 3,229 came in just on that buy when we broke the level on the delta. That's why I like having CVP delta on there too, because then I can see it without having the extra all day delta. So no, it's just
Yeah, like
it basically gives me the
current buying in that at that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 3,500 or whatever. Yeah, that's nice. Man, you know how sick I would have been if I didn't take profit down there at that low.
Oh yeah,
I would be throwing up right now. Like I've been there though. Like I used to trade like that. Like I promise you, I used to do trade. I used to take trades like that where because it didn't hit my profit target, I wouldn't take any profit down here. I mean, I don't know how many more points you were looking for on ES, but this was a 20-point move for it. Well, what was it 48.12? Our entry was at like 48.12, I think.
It got as low as 48.
I almost want to short it again, but I'm out of trades on the day. Where is my entry? This will tell me down here, I think.
Eric said 2 buyers from 48.08 exited their
position. Oh no, I got a
13.
trade down here. Oh, turn this off. Cancel. God, I'm glad that said working. I was like, what?
Oh, you had a limit order?
Mm-hmm.
He said 109 and 101 prints at 48.08 sold at 48.13.
Yeah, my entry was 48.12 and we took 3 off at 4,800.25. So we got a 12-point move. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is really clean. However, the one thing I'm going to work on tonight is I'm going to work on my paper trading. Matter of fact, I'll do it now. I'll get out of this account now. I want to work on how to set the brackets quickly. I think what I'm going to have to do is open up TraderVate and start taking my trades on TraderVate so it can automatically, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to instantly buy and also set my brackets. But I'm not sure that it'll do that directly from TradingView. Let me see.
Wait, when you put the order on TraderVate, but you have it connected to TradingView, will it set it both so you can see them both?
Yeah. So like, if let's say I place the order on TradingView, and then I go open up my TraderVate, I'll see the order right there placed. It'll be the same thing. Like it's connected. So it's interconnected. So as soon as I place an order just using trading, like today I haven't opened up TraderVate at all, like 0. But I'm taking my trades on TradingView, and if I open up my TraderVate, I'll be able to see my entire report, right? Because I took those trades on the account. So the accounts are just connected.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if you take the trade on TradeVate, will it show up on TradingView?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh, so I would just just do it.
Then I was explaining it to you the opposite way.
Okay,
so
cool. So I just do it like that, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I probably will just open up TraderVate tomorrow and just do the ATM, like so I'm already bracketed, and then it'll show up bracketed on TradingView. And when I get out of the trade, it'll get rid of everything.
Yeah, it's just I like that.
You got to teach me how to do, because you said you had brackets. You had like 2 separate brackets.
Yeah. So So what I did was I added another bracket, and so
that happens when as soon as you hit buy or sell, it puts both.
Yeah,
brackets
I'll show you. So
let me see that.
I went into my settings, and then I changed my quantity on the first one to 2 because I knew I was gonna be in 3. So my first one, I have my take profit is 40 ticks.
Oh, see, I didn't. Never mind. You don't have to.
I get
it.
Yeah,
I didn't know that you could add a target. I never paid attention to that. So.
But see what I did. But what I did was I added a second one. So if you hit the add button, and then I put another contract in there.
No, I know. I'm saying I didn't know that that button existed. The add a target button. That's the part I was missing through that entire process.
Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah, I'm definitely going back and changing that because I feel like that's money. I'm
so
a paper trade here.
So that way you can go in, you can add you can basically separate the two. They're still bracketed, but because you know how it sucks when you'll be like, all right, I'm trying to cut 2 here, but then I gotta like get out of it and then like redo my brackets. I gotta take the brackets off and do all this extra stuff just to be able to manage the trade. This kind of takes that away. It's like a 2 less steps. I like it. But Eric said I combine liquidity levels and confluences. Oh wait, no. He said the only reason I like Sierra is because I can see where players enter and exit. so I know when they're in and out of their position. I love Bookmap because it lets you see liquidity levels. I combine liquidity levels and confluence them with my levels to see if my thesis has a chance of playing out. Then I use Sierra for confirmation from those players. And that's basically what I do on Bookmap as well.
Yeah.
It's just that basically I'm replacing the footprints with the delta. So I'm basically using delta like the footprints, because with the footprints you can see how many buyers and sellers are at that price. Let me show you my book map real fast. My book map is pretty much set up like Hobbs, but I have one extra column. So I'm using the delta as the footprint. The SVP is also, and CVP are also like the footprint as well. And then I'm using the CVP delta to actually zoom into the price. So like the regular delta is based off of the SVP, which is showing me the entire chart, the entire session. The CVP is just showing me what's on the chart. So let's say I just want to get really granular and just see this big bubble right here. I can zoom in, and then it takes away everything. So I can only see what happened, at this area. So I can see that, 3,237 more buyers were at this level than sellers, potentially trapping these buyers. But I got to wait and see what happens after the fact. And obviously what happened after the fact is that we continue to rally up until we hit this level here, right? And then again, from past Delta data, we know that 187 buyers got trapped up here. And they basically, what it seems like happened is they just looked to close their position here. Instead of continuing to buy, they were like, oh, we have an opportunity to get out. So let's get out here. And now, selling is trying to take over again, potentially. So, it's all about just reading the little clues that get left over. But I use the deltas and the SVPs. I more so use the delta than anything else. Like the delta and the CVD are like my biggest indicators that I use to kind of confirm my trades. The trade that I took, though, I didn't use the one down here. I didn't use the CVD to confirm this one. I just used my area on the chart, and I saw buying, and I kind of saw this inverse head and shoulders and was like, you know what? I'm going to take a shot down here. I see this buying. We're in demand, and we could trap some late sellers down here from all this selling. So it ended up working out. And I ended up, I think total was probably I think I got about maybe 14 or maybe like 13 points or something like that. I don't know. I'll plug into my journal and see how many points I actually got on the trade, because I'm kind of curious to see what my average was on that one.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about something that I'm kind of reviewing on NQ over here. One thing I like to do is I like to go back and review kind of how my plan worked out. I didn't trade NQ today, but I had a plan to trade it, right? So and then I don't really make a plan for ES. I just kind of know what I want to do, because I'm making, literally I draw the supply and demand zone side by side, and I know Justin has a plan as well, right? So I'll just either look at his plan or, this right here is something that I wanted to point out. This was new information, right? When I started the market, right? Remember when we, again on NQ, when the market opened, why does thing won't do the replay thing? Okay, there we go. Okay, when the market opened, we were here, right? This is 8:15. This is what the market looked like before, right? Now we had this swing low right here, and I think this was Justin was kind of watching on ES or NQ. We had these swing lows right here. Therefore, we had the bullish signal, the signals to go long. But remember, as soon as we pushed up into this first supply zone. So I was looking, well, actually NQ never pushed up into the supply zone. I believe ES pushed up into the supply zone. Oh, no. Well, I actually shorted right there. No, okay, yeah. So ES, NQ pushed into this supply zone right here at the beginning of the day. So I should have been looking to get short, which I was. I just never got my pullback. Instead, we got our pullback, but the pullback wasn't a pullback at all. It was more so a pullback for the buyers, right? It was a higher low being put in. Now, if I would have taken this trade based off my pre-market plan, let's just go back to the pre-market plan, right? Oh, shit. My pre-market plan, and this is why I always create a plan, because it puts me in the area where I want to trade. My pre-market plan was look to short weak rallies into previous day low at 937.50 through 979, right? we can look to target 30-minute demand at 819 through 671, right? And if we come back down here to the 1 minute, as soon as we came into this level, right, 937 through 979, price pushed down and came down to 855. It never came down to 811, but it gave you plenty of reasons to want to get out, right? We pushed, this candle should have been your first warning, like, okay, we might be wanting to get out. If we don't close below this low, it's time to get out. We didn't close below this low, time to get out, okay? That trade from 946, am I sharing my screen? Okay, yeah. From 946 down to 851 is almost a 90-point trade. What is that, 90 points on NQ? Let's see. Go to price range, and go here. Take this stupid magnet off. All right, let's go down. All right, yeah. Yeah, that's 90 points. And you remember I was looking at this trade and I was like, well, I want to take this, but I want to see it break this structure. After we broke this structure, I was like, okay, now I just want to see it pull back. Now that I saw this and I see this, now I'm like, okay, next time we come to a higher time frame, just don't worry about the pullback. When we get into a higher time frame supply zone, get into the trade, right? If it pull back, let it sweep you out of the trade. I'd rather get in here, right, and be done trading, because this trade could have saved me a ton of losses on the day. Had I taken this trade that I was calling out, because remember, at the same time I was here, ES was still in this range right here. So Justin wasn't looking to trade yet. I should have been short on NQ when I talked about it, took the 90 points, and then just got out of the trade. And then our next area we would have been looking for, boom, right here, right? If we go to this 4 hour, right? What did we say? Right here, look to short weak rallies in the 4 hour supply at 6992, right here, through 7056, which is right here, right? If we go back down to the 1 minute, what happened today? Oh, look at that. Came right up to the center of this box, rejected it, came right down for, how many points is this? 90 points, 96 points, almost another 100-point move, right? Not to mention the moves that came back from the upside. If you were bullish like Justin. Justin and I may not agree on the direction all the time, but it doesn't mean one of us is wrong and one of us is right. We're both correct. If you think about today's trading session, Justin and I both were correct. He was early and got rewarded earlier than I did. I was early and got rewarded a little later, right? Because I didn't give up on the trade idea, right? And if you take nothing else from today's session, right? Because I think we're going to be done here in a little bit. It's almost 11:05. We're done trading. But if you take nothing else from today's session, take away the discipline that we showed on stream, right? You didn't see us rallying and jumping, going all crazy. And again, if that's how you want to trade, by all means do so. However, the information that came out of today's stream should be something that you should carry with you on how to trade on a daily basis. Not saying we're perfect. I'm not saying we're the best. What I'm saying is you should implement this type of discipline in your trading. And once you can do that on a daily basis, trading's just a job. That's it. I come in, I try to figure out if I'm on the short side or the buy side. And if I am on either side, which way do I want to trade? Justin traded on the buy side. He made money. I traded on the sell side. I made money. Actually, I'm down negative $33, but I recovered a lot of the money I lost, ultimately leading to habits that will eventually net me more profit along the way. The things that I take away and that I'll share with the Discord tonight when I review the trades is everything I did right, even when I was in the negative. I was willing to take a red day because I believed in the position so much, right? I wasn't rattled by being down $200. Why? Because I planned, just like I told you guys, I plan to be down 320. Every day I come into this market, I expect to lose $320. When I say I expect, that means that I am 100% okay walking away every single day down $320. That is my max loss on the day. I don't expect to lose $320 every day, but if I do, I'm okay with it. Why? Because on the days that I win, I was risking 4 points to make 12. I took the 4 points, or I risked the 4 points and I made 12 points. I was expecting a much deeper sell-off. So I risked the last portion of my profit to put me green on the day to potentially get a much deeper sell-off. I was incorrect, and I'm okay with that. I live by that, right?
Yeah, you still took profit. Like it's not like
But
you
if I
didn't
would
get
have
anything
taken
from
my,
the market.
if I would, I still took profit. But if I would have taken my full profit at the low, right, I would have been green on the day, right? But I'm not tripping about that because I know when I get to 5 contracts, guess what? When I get down at the low, I'm going to take 4 off. I'm going to take 90% of position off. I'm going to leave 1 running. When I get to 6 contracts, I'm going to take 5 off. When I get to 10 contracts, I'm going to take 9 off. Because really, that extra contract is specifically meant to be a runner, right? Unless I see something that is egregious, where I'm like, let me squeeze this runner down a little bit, right? Or I'm up so much. When I start to get to the mini sizes, when I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minis, right? If I take 4 minis off and that runner ain't looking good, now we talking about some serious dough. It's $50 a point, right? So I'm no longer going to be willing to hold that to break even. I'll go down to that next structure. Unfortunately, on this trade, we didn't really create much structure because we came down like a lightning streak, right? So there was no real place for me to set my stop, right, that I liked, right? So I was okay with setting it at break even. So I hope that helps somebody, man. See you boys tomorrow. Let me actually start working. All right, Valdez, take it easy, man. All right. Did we read all this?
No. We got Eric said, yeah, that 10-point trade you made was clean, Jay. I can't get more than 5 points from ES at the moment. Been studying your entries and been listening to your whys of entry. Yeah, I mean that's all you really need to do is once you start to understand the whys, then it becomes a little bit easier. Like, and my targets, I try to stay pretty consistent. Like, I'm going for, if it's obtainable, I'm trying to go back up to the highs or to the lows. But like based off of the tape of that last trade, I knew that 4,800 was going to be an area where I needed to take something because that was a potential rejection spot. So I took some off the table. I could have held my whole position up until the target, but it's better just to take partials and then hold for that runner
pullback
because
doesn't hurt so much.
Exactly. The pullbacks, I didn't care. Once we hit 4,800, I was just chilling. I got my extra 5 points out the market. I could have got an extra 10 or 15, but it didn't. I mean, does it hurt? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I mean, I followed my plan. That's all I could really do.
It doesn't hurt me at all because I know that I can do it the opposite way in a click of a button, right? But yeah. I'm curious to know if I can hold through those, right? But I mean, for you, I knew instantly that it was bugging you. Was like, I mean, it's up there, but I don't really care. I was like,
I don't care that the market just ran another 15 points.
That extra $100.
I was in my red.
What do I need that for? $100. Like, oh, okay, all right, Jay. But
I mean, it was in my plan to take the highs. I mean, where's like the worst case scenario I think about is if I hadn't sold there. And then we would have just rejected that area. I'd have been really upset with myself that I didn't sell, right? That's the way I look at it. It's like, yeah, it kept moving. I didn't know it was going to get up another 10 points from where I exited. But at the same time, it's like, well, what if it didn't? Then I would have been on the other side being like, man, I had my target at 45.05. It hit there to the tick. I knew it was going to get there and I didn't sell and I got greedy, right? So I'd rather just not be greedy. Take my profit when it was available, and maybe I'll journal and be like, hey, maybe you should have looked at hold because it looked more bullish up there. But other than that, like I still think I managed to trade correctly. Like I literally got out at the 2 highs, and I was looking at my account and I actually put back some of my trailing drawdown that I had lost from Friday. So I can't be mad at that at all.
Yeah, I wanted to add to that as well. Oh yeah, because we know what a trailing drawdown is.
Yeah. I looked at it, I was like, oh, I got some of my trailing drawdown back.
I gotta make that video today. I will make that video today. But I'm still in this short, by the way, just waiting on lunch to come back. But to your point, Eric, I wanted to show you something. When you say, because you trade NQ and ES just like we do. And you say that it's hard for you to get 3 to 5 points on on ES. Well, I'm going to show you something that maybe you haven't really thought about, right? Like, because this is the way that I always look at it, right? The thing is that it's all about structure of the market, right? So if it's all about structure, right? If we're just looking at structure, like let's just take the accounts for what they are, right? The left side is ES, the right side is ES, the left side is NQ. And we're just talking about structure. At the same time that ES hit this long structure right here for 32 points, by the way, which is insane. Look at the exact same place that NQ was at, right? At 935, which we talked about being the previous day low for 88 points, right? If we're talking about structure, eliminate points out of your mind. Play to the structure. This would just be my 2 cents. I know you're a good trader, but you watch us for a reason, right? Therefore, I'm going to give my perspective. If I'm looking at structure of the market, and Justin takes a long down here at 4783, right? 4786. And I take the same long at 935, 942. We're both targeting this high right here at 17,005, and you're targeting this high at 4812, 4813. So target that same high. That would be my 2 cents for you. Don't worry about how many points it is. Put your risk on and just try to target it. Maybe if you normally trade 5 micros, right? Use 4 for your profit target of 5 points normally. And then to start to prove to yourself proof of concept, use that 1 micro to see if you can get to the profit target and be like, dang, there's really no difference. Because you'll understand that NQ and ES move differently as far as speed, volatility, right? And just overall movement. I'm taking this thing down to 47.72 today. We're getting 47.72. You heard it here first. 47.72 or lower. It's coming. Anyway, at the end of the day, it's all about structure, right? If the structure is telling you that this is the high, then target the high, because that's where the market wants to go. The reason why it's the high is because that's where the liquidity is, right? Once you can start to target the liquidity, you won't care how many points it is, how many points it takes to get there. I'm targeting this low because it is the low of this demand zone, right? I know that this has been a level that ES has been playing with forever. Look, I'm looking at price. Hold on, let me take some of this stuff off. Sorry, guys. All right. And let me blow up ES here. I'm looking at ES as trying to potentially break this last low right here, right? And this is what I've been saying all morning. I think we're going to come down and break this low because the selling is at a level that it hasn't been at in a while, right? Am I right? Heck, I don't know. I don't know. But here's what I do know. My thesis is based off the VIX, right? If I come over here to the VIX, what is the VIX doing? The VIX just broke a low, right? So it's going to go back and try to retest its high. If it can break its high and get into 15.48, which is where I think the VIX wants to go with aggressive selling, then guess what that means? That means that my thesis for price, where price is at currently will 100% get to at least 47.72, right? I don't know if that happens today. I don't know if it happens tomorrow. I don't know when it happens, but I know if the VIX continues to pump, we're going to break 47.72, and then we're going to start coming down lower. We're going to start descending, right? And if you watched my market analysis video, top-down market analysis video, play the structure. That's going to stick for sure. Yeah, play the structure. Don't worry about any of the rest of the stuff. Like, stop worrying about, well, I can only get 5 points. No, if you can get 30 points on NQ, you can get 10 points on freaking ES. Trust me when I tell you that. We've done the analysis down to like the tick, right? Trust me when I tell you that. It's all about structure. If you put them side by side, you'll see it, right? If your thesis is for it to break the structure on that level below, when you see look at the level, it points wise. Yeah, forget the level, like forget the points. The points are important for your journey, yes, and they equal profit. But when you're looking to trade, you got to forget about the points and think about the structure, right? What the structure tells me is that on my short, right? That's why Justin, the first question he asked me, he didn't ask me how many points am I risking? He didn't ask me how many points, he asked me what is my target? And I told him, I said, my gusto, I always go for the gusto. One thing you'll learn about Justin and I is he's very conservative with his targets. I'm more like, nah, we going here, right? And a lot of the times we're both correct, right? His conservative target is correct and my gusto target is correct, right? But I knew my first target had to be, because remember I said 47.72 is my long-term target. but my first target is to hit between 47.93 and 47.95. And look what price came to, right on the dot, because I was following structure. What about structure says that we're coming here? Okay, if you don't know, here's a nugget for you. When price is in a downtrend and we hit a higher time frame demand zone, the reaction is considered bullish when we break above the previous high. This is the previous high, okay? Once we broke above that previous high, price, if we didn't build new structure, rally base rally right here, right? On the 5 minute, what price will do, it will come back and retest this low right here. But because we built new structure on the 5 minute, right? This is the next pit stop for price. Once we break above a high, which we did, the next job of the market is to come back and retest that high or retest the low that caused the high break. This low created this high break. Therefore, the job of this candle is to briefly come back and retest this low. But the opposite is true. If we were to just invert this chart, right? I'm just going to invert this, meaning I'm going to look at the bearish side, but from a bullish standpoint, right? I do this with my Discord a lot too. It kind of freaks them out too, but whatever. Now, what is the job of price? We just broke above a high, right? Price is coming back to retest this low. In my position, this was the high. It came back, tried to break the high or break the low, and now it got rejected. And now it should come back and retest this area or whatever low or high caused that breakup. Right now, price is kind of stuck. And this is what we were explaining this morning when Justin was saying we were in a range. And I agree with him with the caveat of, well, we've somewhat broken out to the downside of the range, but we keep coming. It's kind of like the range was the pot, right? If you look at this on a 4 hour, right? This was the range right here. Let me get my little ink pen. This was the range right here. This was kind of like the point of control. If we were to put the volume, the session volume profile, this was the point of control on a higher time frame. The value area high is up here at 48.39. The value area low is down here at 47.72, right? All price is doing right now is consolidating on a higher time frame. If we go to the daily, right, you can see it clear as day. We're consolidating, but we're consolidating with a down pressure move, right? Knowing that thesis, it doesn't mean I'm only looking for shorts. It doesn't mean I'm only looking for longs. It's exactly what I said in my macro thesis, which is, hey, I understand we're in a range. Therefore, we can play this range. When we come to the top of it, look to short it. When we come to the bottom of it, look to long it. That's exactly what Justin did. On ES, he was looking to long this market. On NQ, you can see why I was looking to short it, because structurally, we were in a different location than ES was. I essentially passed on the trade because I didn't get the retest. And again, that's something I'll write down in my journal to say, okay, let's back test how many times when we come up to higher time frames with NQ or ES, do you actually get a retest, or is that higher time frame supply zone on a higher time frame actually the break and retest, right? So you don't have to wait for another retest. You short it when you get to the supply zone. So I hope that helps, man. I really hope that helps. Your thesis for it to break structure. I appreciate you teaching me this house. Yeah, no doubt, man. Again, free nuggets, man. Like I said, take it in while you can, brother, because again, we're here for a year. I told everybody 2025, I'm getting off YouTube. It's that simple. Not off YouTube, but I'm getting off live streams. Justin and I are not going to be here in 2025. You guys are going to watch this journey, and prayerfully we continue to grow, right? We continue to show discipline. We walk this thing up from micros to minis. We start putting out content daily on a daily basis. And from that point forward, January of 2025, we're moving everything to the Discord. Only thing you guys are going to see from the Discord or from the YouTube channel is reviews of our trades and top-down analysis. I'll give you guys that one. I'm not giving you the pre-market plans though. So that's just me being as transparent as possible. That's my business plan for our channel, right? And it's not going to change. So as long as the product continues to get better, the price should continue to represent that product. Right now, the product is free, right? Because the product's not a fully polished product. It's free on YouTube. People that want the premium of what I have to offer right now are getting a very discounted price by joining the Discord for $40 a month, right? Like very discounted, right? For what we offer, the price that we're offering, that we're giving the Discord is a very discounted price. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of my rant on the day. But this trade is kind of working out to the downside. Again, this is basically a repeat trade. The first trade I took, this is a paper trade, by the way, guys. But the first trade I took was very similar to this. I got in at 48.12, took the market short down to 48 or 47.92. And I think the next time we come up here, if we fail again, we're going to come down lower, ultimately breaking this low at 47.83 and then coming down to 47.72. So if you want to short this, go for it. I'm dropping nuggets. Justin and I are dropping nuggets every single day. But that's all I got. Jay, what do you got?
Oh, I don't have anything. I'm waiting to see if this low gets taken out. But yeah, I've been done trading since like that first trade, and I had that nice paper trade, which I'm really happy about. Actually, looking back on it, yeah, it was a really good paper trade. But yeah, I don't have anything else. I guess my thing is just risk management. I was looking at my journal while Hobbs was talking, and I literally have a 50% win rate. Like half my trades are winners and the other half are losers. But yet somehow, some way, and remember this is just small size, but somehow, some way, I'm up almost $600 on the month, and I've taken half my trades have been losses. So all that goes to show me is, one, to be profitable, you don't have to win every trade. You just have to know how to manage your risk. That's it. You can lose as many times as it takes, but as long as your winners are taking care of your losses, it doesn't matter. Because I've literally taken, I've taken 10, 11, 12, or well, 19, 21 trades. I've taken 21 trades this month. 10 are winners, 9 are losers. Yeah, 10 are winners, 9 are losers, and 2 are break evens. And out of those trades, I'm up on the month, right? And all I think about is, what if those were minis? I'd be up $6,000, right? Yep. Which is a crazy month to have, right? And it's not about the money, right? It's not. And you know, we were talking about Carmine yesterday, him talking about his trades, him reviewing his trades, like, don't focus on the money, focus on the R, focus on your risk to reward, because that's all that matters. At the end of the day, trading is all about scalability, right? Once you scale, that's when the profits come. But before you scale, there's other things you need to learn. And I think the biggest thing is risk management and strategy. And once you get those two things down and you have your emotions on point, then nothing can stop you. And I think a lot of people, they skip the steps of risk management, right? And I'm proving to myself that I can have a 50% win rate and still be profitable. And that's all I need. If I'm at a 60 or 70, then that's even better, right? But at a 50% win rate, and I'm averaging about a 3 risk to reward per trade, that's all I need. I can lose 4 trades in a day and still come out and be profitable, right? So, you know, I think the biggest thing in this game, and I think people say it a lot, but people don't actually go back and prove it to themselves that they can do it, is you need to learn how to lose. Like, you just have to learn how to be a good loser, because as long as you can be a good loser, you can win in the game. I mean, look, Hobbs is saying his journal, he's at a 38% win rate.
My win rate is 38%, but I'm up $1,631 on the day. But it's on the month. But again, this day I traded minis, right? Like, I'm not gonna hold y'all and act like I was only in micros, but take this day away, right? I'm still up well over $500, right? Well, $400 on the month, right? Yeah. You take this day away and I'm still green on the month, and I'm only literally look at my red days. Like, this is what I'm proud of. Like, I'm happy for these green days, don't get me wrong, but look at my red days. Yeah. I've had back-to-back red days, and it hasn't even shifted me in the least bit, right? Yeah,
they're very, very tiny compared
very small. Compared to my winners, like these red days are very, very small, and that's all you can do. And for me, one thing that I got to work on for me is allowing that confirmation to play itself out, right? Because I don't know, I'll go journal. I'll go look through the trades and look through the tape and see what I saw at the same time. But at the end of the day, man, learn how to trade first, learn the craft first, and the money will flow in like hotcakes. We're in an age where prop firms have given us the ability to be able to pull money from these markets just by showing that we can trade on paper and not lose the money. So I'm trying to focus on this so that by March, April, whatever time frame that comes around, I'm no longer worried about whether or not my trades work out because I've already proven to myself that I can trade, right?
Exactly.
Right? Like my win rate is much lower, but if you look at the losses that I'm taking, they're paper cuts, right? They're not even like full losses. If you just zoom into my dashboard, like look at some of these trades. $65, $35, $40, $40, $10, $60, $30, $85, right? That's on the 12th. This is just today. $10, $40, $40, $35, $65. My full loss position, right? For me to take a full loss with 44, risking 4 points with 5 bucks a point, right? Or $20 a point. My full loss is supposed to be $80 a trade?
Yeah.
Not one time did I take a full loss. Did I take multiple trades? Yeah. It was like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And I guarantee you, if I go to this area, I guarantee these trades are in the exact same area. But guess what? This trade right here took care of all of these. And again, like I told you guys, if I took full profit at that level, this trade was a $300 trade, right? But again, I'm practicing things that I want to do when I get to larger size. This trade would have more than doubled all of my losses on the day. So it's just little things like that I'm trying to fine tune while on small size and not worrying about the profits, not worrying about the emotions. Because believe it or not, guys, no matter how much you tell yourself you can control the size, 90% of your emotions are triggered because you're in too much size. That's just the facts. Like,
that's reality.
90% of you guys that get tilted, you're tilted because you're in too much size. It's that simple. Because if you did the math, if you truly did the math, your job as a trader is a risk manager, right? Now, I've never worked in insurance, but I know how insurance works, right? Their job is to manage risk, right? If you're a risk manager as a day trader, your job is to manage your risk. Okay. Your drawdown on a 50K account, no matter what platform you're on, is between $2,500 and $1,000. Okay. It's not $50,000. Okay. So just get that out of your head. If your job is to manage your risk, in what world can you justify risking 20 to 30% of that drawdown per trade? How does that make any sense? And where did I get 20 to 30% from? Well, I don't know. What's 20% of 2,000? It's $200, right? So if 20% of 2,000 is $200, what's 20% of $500? It's $100, right? That means to me to risk 20% of 2,500, I'm risking $300 per trade. How many of you trade one mini, two minis on 50K accounts? On NQ, right? Most people trade 1 to 2 minis on NQ, risking about 10 to 20 points on NQ. That means that you're trading, risking per trade, your risk management is 20 to 40% per trade. Just think about that for a second. And then ask yourself, how much do you truly need? Now, for those of you that rock with Dave, shout out to Dave because he's showing people how to risk peanuts to eat caviar, right? Meaning you can risk with larger size, right? You're still risking a small cash value because of the structural way that he's entering trades on smaller time frames. He's allowing himself to put on higher size, but still risk peanuts. That makes sense. But for the majority of people that haven't taken his class or haven't bothered to watch his free YouTube video or haven't bothered to just do the work themselves, I haven't watched Dave's entire playlist. I don't need to. I watched enough of his playlist and I've done enough of my own work, right, to understand this market enough to say, okay, I'm ready to start my journey, right? And I'm going to continue to go on my path, right? So I just wanted to put that out there. Maybe people don't realize how much risk they're putting on. But when you do the percentages and you do the math, and if you haven't done the math, then you're also on the wrong path, right? If you haven't done the math, then do the freaking math, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So that's it, guys. That's all we got on the Trader Shop. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. We'll be in here. This week's going to be a shortened week, but we'll definitely make sure we come back tomorrow. I'll be a little late. I think kids are going back to school. What you got, brother?
Before we sign off, Eric said you guys are mastering risk management, market monsters in the making. No doubt in my mind, you guys clear big numbers in your accounts soon as y'all make the switch to minis. And yeah, I agree 1,000%. Basically 5K and 6K in the month. So far, if it were minis, we're barely halfway through the month, and that's how I'm looking at it too. Hudson for Life said I might try some micros. I know I can hold them longer when in profit. I'd be bailing fast with these minis. And yeah, I mean, my thing is
you never traded micros. In my
opinion. I would trade micros and just extend your take profit. And like Hobbs was saying, use structure or support and resistance or supply and demand. Use something as your take profit areas where prices already reacted to where you want to take your profit. Right. That's all you really have to do. And it depends on how much the market is moving to. But yeah, definitely. I think micros are the way to go, and especially in 50K accounts, you don't need minis to make a profit. You just don't. Eric said I'm going to scale back to 1 mini and start trading the structures rather than levels. I'm going to allow myself to scale back up to 2 minis when I capture 10 points on ES, like you guys. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I do have small stops. Yeah, so again, it's all a risk management game, right? So I trade with a 4-point stop on average to make 12 points, right? And then I try to let my runner run. It's about 10 to 12 is what I'm going for, right? Depending on how much the market gives me. If the market's only give me 8 points, I'll take the 8 points. That's a 2-to-1. But I try to get more than a 2-to-1.
Yeah.
Eric said, great effing trades, boys. Appreciate it. And Twice said, peace. All right. Go ahead and send us out.
All right, man. You guys know what it is, man. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Trader Shop. Like I said, we're live 5 days a week. Make sure you tip the barbers, aka hit the like and subscribe button, so you get notified every time we put out a videos and or go live. But that guy over there is Jay Seals. My name is T.